Welcome to Game Master Monday Live. We are here today with these beautiful people to play Castaway Zero, a special prequel adventure of the beloved Castaway reality program that we've been doing over here and will continue to do so. More on that later. I want to tell you a little bit about what we're playing today, what we're raising money for, and how you can fuck up my friends. We're playing Castaway by Afterthought Committee. This is an RPG all about surviving in harsh locations. So, just a few things to be aware of in case you're squeamish on certain things. You can expect things like physical ailments, your body beginning to fail you. Our players can get starved, dehydrated, injured, stressed, panicked. Our game is all about surviving, and yes, our players can die tonight. That is one of the things that you can also help them do here tonight. Our game is going to be structured like a reality television program. All 6 of our players here are aware that they can do violence to each other, be competitive with each other, engage in lying, trickery, backstabbery, gaslighting, the works. We've all met before, we've all agreed to this, and it's going to get a little nasty here tonight. Maybe. I'm sure things are fine. Tonight, we're raising funds for Churla, which is a wonderful charity that is raising funds for immigrant services in the SoCal area. I don't need to tell you that here in the United States, things have been getting a little dicey, been a little flirtatious with fascism and Gestapo-style policing, and we're not really down with that. Fuck ICE. So to kind of help combat that a little bit, we're going to be raising funds for Churla, who help people who are suffering under the boot of such things. During our Twitch live stream of Castaway on June 26th here today, we're raising money for Churla. You can donate $15 to inflict a random condition on a random player. All proceeds will be donated post-stream in a lump sum. You can access that website to donate on our Ko-fi account by using the QR code in the top right corner, or you can simply do !Churla in the chat to get the link. And like I said, every time you donate $15, I will inflict a random condition on a random player. In this game, every player is working with a dice pool system. They're all going to start with a D10, which you Castaway fans may know is different than our usual starting dice, and they can take a maximum of 4 conditions, dropping their die every time they get one. If they take a condition while they're on a D4, we'll ghostify them. Everyone is booing at me. Give me the thumbs down, but I can't hear them because I'm on my golden tower and they are beneath me. Let's begin our game here today. Hello, you 6. Welcome to the island. How are we feeling, gang? Just give me a little thumbs up if you're feeling good, a thumbs down if you're feeling bad, and a thumb sideways if things could be better. Wow, no one's giving me a thumbs down. What a nice little treat. Let's meet these 6 and let's meet the island, shall we? So you are finding yourself on a remote, unnamed, uninhabited, undiscovered island. You are all interns for a company called Shadowy Productions, a television company that puts on hit television shows. Like what? I don't know. This is 10 years ago. You expect me to remember 10 years ago's TV? What the fuck ever, dude? The only thing you need to know is today you have been chosen, assigned, told, or ordered to be part of this little social experiment the show is trying to do. Because you are testing a brand new program called Castaway. Castaway is going to be a reality TV competition where strangers are sent to a remote location, told to vote each other off, and the last person standing gets $1 million. We're making sure the idea holds water. So why don't we meet each of you and introduce the structure of our game, starting with Alyssa. Tell us about your character. What are you doing here? What's your vibe?
Dorothy Fairview is of that Fairview family. Yes, it's very exciting. She strides onto the scene with a bearing more befitting a queen than an intern. She's a vibrant woman in her, late 50s, 60s. A lady never tells her age, with supple golden brown skin and warm brown eyes. For this little island getaway, she's wearing just like a diaphanous black caftan that's cinched to her waist with a practical fanny pack and thick, colorful jewelry, including a very extravagant wedding ring, and a black summer hat that's affixed sturdily to her braided back auburn hair. She is not treating this like a job, as she has not treated this entire internship like a job. She is a retiree and has merely taken this position because she needed something to occupy her time now that her dear husband has been, not at all suspiciously, dead in the last month.
Not at all suspicious. Dorothy, as you approach the island first off of your speed boat filled with other interns holding things like cameras and microphones and coffees, you are walking up and you see a producer with a baseball cap and like an island style shirt, just for example, holding a clipboard looking at you, and it's like, okay, Dorothy, right?
Do you not recognize me? I've been an intern for a full week already.
A whole week. Wow. Cool, cool, cool. I need you to stand over here for me. And he indicates a lime green mat for you to stand on.
I don't suppose there's a spot with a little more shade.
He like turns around and looks around, like not where the mats are, but I mean with the hat, you should be fine, right?
You need as many layers of sun protection as you can get if you want to look as good as I do at my age. She
Cool.
sort
So
of
there's a
she'll like lean forward and pat them on the cheek and say, "But you have enough on your mind," and go to stand on the mat.
the interns are getting too familiar with production staff lately. Can I just say? He says to no one. As you take your position on the mat, we meet our next competitor, our next intern shuffling onto the beach. Mia, tell me about Chuck.
I think we see you see a tall Asian man helping the staff, and not really helping, kind of ordering around with a clipboard and pen. You see that he has placed on a nice bow tie, his trusty glasses, and he has a very awkward but stern way about him, as he's kind of barking off these orders for really no reason. Um, and I think he'll come up to Kevin and just go, Mr. Schmant,
Ah, excellent. Yeah, Chuck, how's it going?
it's good. And remember, in front of the other interns, it's Mr. Biver.
I've told you that I cannot possibly be expected to remember that or honor that, but sure. Looks at Dorothy and turns back around. Mr. Biver, your position will be on that tan mat over there. And he points at like a mat that kind of blends in with the beach a little bit, only sticking out because it's a different material than sand is.
And what is the reason for these mats?
So the designer was like, part of the game is you start in teams, so we're kind of just separating you based on that. So you're gonna be on like prearranged teams first. So
Oh,
your team is
oh,
there.
so no, sorry. So yes, I did read that in the policy, but I did submit a request for a change. I wanted to be placed on a specific team with a specific intern.
And that was taken into consideration, and production assigned the teams based on makeup and randomness. So we'll see what happens. Okay, Mr. Biver.
Chuck kind of writes something down on his clipboard, clearly, writing down a timestamp and exactly what he's saying, and goes, "Fine," and he goes, walks off to his mat.
Consider it a team building opportunity for you to take the lead, Chuck. Maybe you'll learn something. We wait for the third boat to arrive. We're very inefficient with how we use our resources here, and we see you. Rahrah, can you tell me about Nicodemus?
Nicodemus Brisby is getting off this boat and just breathing in the air of this beautiful day. He loves islands because they kind of resemble gardens, and he's got a thing for them. He's keeping it Old Testament up top, but he's got some bathing trunks down there, applying some grace to his thighs, to his legs. A little bit of a sunblock streak on his nose, just in case his faith fails him. But he looks around this beautiful island and declares it good and goes up and hugs you. While you're looking at him, he just hugs you.
Oh, hey, thank you. I love it. Thank you. All right.
Kevin, right? It was Kevin, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, that's me. Yep. How's it? You doing all right, Nick?
Oh, pretty good. Great boat ride. Do we get to take it back too?
Yeah, we'll probably take the same boats back tomorrow once the test is over. Yeah, for sure.
Hugs you again.
Oh my God, the hugging. Okay, hey.
Hey, is that Chuck? Hey, Chuck.
That is Chuck.
We both wore the ties.
Yeah, you got my memo. Yep.
I didn't, but I'm so happy.
Nick, you'll be standing over there next to Dorothy on that green mat, okay? To your left.
Dorothy, do you mind if we switch?
Well, green is more of my color than tan.
Well, I mean, I shouldn't question authority, I guess, even though it's fine during the historic revolution against the British.
Hey, listen, we're playing a game and there are teams and you'll be on different teams at first, but like it's gonna be all right. You're all gonna be in the same camp. We're not going like turbo hard on this one or anything. You're just gonna be like this for a little bit, then we'll combine you, but you'll all be in the same vicinity. So if you were excited to see somebody or be on someone's team or whatever, then don't worry about it. You'll still see them.
Kevin, can I tell you another story about people being separated at the end of the story all come together in one place?
Oh, I really wish you wouldn't, Nick. I really wish you wouldn't.
All right. Sounds good. Bye, Chuck.
So you join the green team, Nicodemus, as Chuck stares at me angrily from across the beach. We see another boat arrive, and it is carrying our next intern. Adam, tell me about Kit.
Hey, so you see a young woman, probably about 4'11", brown skin, pixie haircut, cargo shorts, like hiking cargo shorts that are just a little too long, and sort of like a beach button up, like just regular button up t-shirt, and she kind of walks up very like nervously and was kind of just looking around, looking at the floor like, okay. Hi, yeah, I think there was some kind of mix up. I shouldn't be here. Is there a way I could like get a phone or something or contact someone back at? I can't
be here. You took a whole boat across the ocean.
Right. No, so I think I ended up on the boat on accident. So I wasn't even supposed to be interning with you guys.
What's your first and last name?
I'm Kit Sitlali Juarez. I just, again, big, you can just call me Kit. So I wasn't even supposed to be interning with you guys, and then I was in a room and I like agreed to stuff. I get nervous when people who are like supposed to be in charge of me ask me to do things, and sometimes I just say yes and like black out. And so I think that's what happened, and now I'm here and I really don't want to be here.
Okay. So here's the thing. I have you on the list of the testers.
Okay.
And to your own admission, you signed everything, right?
Possibly. I don't remember.
I mean, I don't even need you to remember because I have them here in front of me because we run a tight ship and our papers are in order. So here's the deal.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's for a day.
Mm-hmm.
We're a little far from civilization, so we pretty much just have each other here on the island. So tough it out for me for one day. Maybe you win 100K bonus. And then we'll talk about whether or not you're supposed to be an intern tomorrow.
You see, the thing is, you're saying great things, but then you said something about being really far away from civilization. I don't remember getting on the boat, and I don't remember how far the boat went. How far are we from civilization? Are you sure it's safe? Are we safe? Is everyone safe here?
It's as safe as we can be. I'm sure it's fine. Would you feel better if you had someone to just be next to you and kind of take charge of a situation?
No.
Great.
probably the most
You're
confident
sitting
person.
next to Chuck over there on the tan mats. Chuck will take care of you.
Chuck.
Name?
Kit.
Kit?
Kit.
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 Is that
Like-
short for Kitathy or something?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. What's your name short for?
my name's just Chuck.
Oh, not Chuckle,
No, that's dumb.
isn't it? And I'm gonna go stand.
As Kit anxiously puts himself in a situation, we find our next intern, Farrell. Tell me about Starla.
You hear Starla coming before you see her because her boat is just bumping this really loud bass with club music blasting out of it. Quickly, abruptly stops as the boat comes up to the shore, and you see. At first, you might take her to be in her late teens, early 20s, just rolled out of a club. But as you look a little closer, like the crow's feet are a little too deep. There's gray roots growing in, definitely playing off younger than she really is. And she kind of looks around a little dreamy eyed and starts to haul out very impractical bags that are way more just fashionable than anything useful, wearing big platform boots. And just kind of wanders up. Am I at the right place? Is this where the party is?
This is where the party is. Starla, right?
Yes, Starla Dreamscape.
Cool. Yep. That is the first and last name I have written on this piece of paper. I'll be honest, I thought someone was pranking me for a second, but you are in fact a real person.
Well, as real as anything is, right?
Yeah, great. One of these types. Hey, so you're gonna be over here on this cool like raver green mat. I bet you'll like that, right?
I don't say anything, but just pull a little bottle of glitter out of my bag and start sprucing it up.
How in the hell did she get that past security? Where was it?
You don't want to know.
As you take your place alongside Dorothy and Nick, we meet our final intern. Emma, tell me about Corey.
Yes. So Corey is on this little boat as we're coming out to the island. Very high ponytail and in more of what you would consider like stage blacks if you were like at a theater. So like black t-shirt and black shorts, black Converse on as well. And she's carrying a insert generic replacement for a popular coffee chain here cup
Ahab.
as sorry, what was that?
I said Ahab. It's not important.
Ahab's. Perfect. She is carrying an Ahab's coffee cup as she steps off of the boat, and as she sees Kevin, just goes, "Oh, Mr. Spant, I have your chai latte with oat milk."
Oh, hell yeah, thank you.
Now, Chuck said something about me being added to something last minute. I don't
Yeah,
know,
so
but
we had
I'm
an intern who was supposed to be on the island here today. Stomach flu. What are you gonna do? Can't have
oh
that on the
no.
water adventure. So we
Yeah.
figured since you were gonna be here anyway, maybe you would test it for us.
Oh, well, I wasn't necessarily planning on being on camera today, but I guess if you need me
It's
to.
just test cameras. This isn't gonna air or anything. It's just
Okay,
for us to make sure we have a show. So
right.
we're just kind of we're filming everything, but for the records, for the writer team or whoever designs these things.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, if it's the writing team that's just seeing it, then that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't got to worry about looking any kind of way or anything. The only
Okay.
people who will ever see this are your peers and employers.
Perfect.
And speaking of perfect, if you could stand right there next to Chuck and the new girl, Kit, I think her name is, that's where you're at.
Oh, perfect. Thanks.
Yep,
And
no problem.
she'll move over to the tan mat and nod to Kit and Chuck. Hi guys.
Did they say something about water adventure and stomach flu?
Oh, well, the previous person that I'm replacing had stomach flu. So
So you also didn't really sign up for this also, right?
well, technically I signed up for it by being employed with the company, but
Yeah, because it's our job.
Is it right? If I'm like a server at a restaurant, it's not my job to clean up vomit in the bathroom.
Right. But I mean, if you didn't read the fine print, it's not really like the company's problem, right?
Did you write the fine print, Chuck? Are you
I
a fine
edited
print
it,
writer and
so,
reader?
yeah.
Is that what you do? Is that your intern job here?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Interesting.
All right. Everyone simmer down. Hey, everybody. It is thanks everyone for coming out. I know some of you were voluntold to do this, but hey, beats being at the office, right?
Oh, you all work together?
Nick, you work with them.
Oh, I mean, I call that serving.
I love our intern class this year. What
Gross.
can I say? For those of you who don't know me that well, hi, I'm Kevin Spant, one of the producers here at Shadowy. I guess I've been here for 8 years now, and we had an exciting opportunity here for us to test a new game show. Isn't that cool? So this game is called Castaway. The person who sent us the pitch deck for it didn't include like a name or anything. It's just kind of written by anonymous, so that's kind of spooky and exciting. Yes, Chuck.
So the name Castaway. What are we casting away?
Oh, it's like that Tom Hanks movie where he's on a desert island by himself.
That sounds made up.
It's not.
Do you want to hear another
good.
story about someone who was cast away?
Yes, in a moment. Did Tom Hanks have sex with a volleyball in that movie?
It's implied, but I don't think we ever confirmed that.
Okay. I think they were married, so it's actually making love.
Is that the distinction?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, gang, focus up. Here we go. So what we're going to be doing here today, this is going to be a 24-hour experiment. You're going to be on camera. Don't worry, this isn't going to air. It's just going to be reviewed by our team to make sure the show works. We're going to give you, this is basic structure. You're going to have challenges. You're going to be on separate teams. The idea is to eliminate 5 other players before the other 5 people present. You're going to start off on teams. We'll eliminate 1 person from the game, and then you'll be on like the same team, kind of. You're all going to compete with each other. It'll make sense as we go. You want to avoid getting voted out of the game, so you want to like make friends, win challenges, build alliances. It's kind of like the Stanford prison experiment, but fun on an island. Also, we kind of like we came up with some challenges here for you. If your team wins a challenge, you don't got to vote someone off. When we get to the individual part of the game, if you win a challenge, then you can't get voted off. We hid some secrets that you can use and find here on the island to help you in the game itself. And just to make sure you all are sincerely invested, we are offering a $100,000 bonus for whichever intern wins the game. So, hey, no one says Shadowy Productions isn't generous. Am I right, gang? And I'm going to pause our story here for a moment, folks, because the time has come to inflict some random pain before we even get going. Thank you to our donors who have been donating to Churla already here tonight. I get to inflict 3 random conditions now for each of you before we even get started. So I'm going to roll a d6 to keep things fair and see where we go.
We call that original sin.
How fitting. Our first random condition goes to Kit. So you were already down to a D8. Kit, given the situation, you can call that stress.
Understood. I'm just not really feeling well, guys. It's hot and I'm getting really nervous. Yeah, I'll be all right though, I think.
Our second random condition is going to Starla. Starla, you can also call this. Well, let's not call it. You're not really a stressed out person. Let's say it's hot. It's summer. It's the island. We're gonna give you a little bit of an exhaustion condition off the bat.
I'm not usually up this early.
And the last one goes to Corey.
Oh boy.
Corey, you can also call that exhaustion or stress. Actually, you might be stressed because you're kind of here last minute.
Yeah. I think you see her kind of like start to hyperventilate a little bit. She was not planning on being on camera today, and standing in front of all these cameras is making her really nervous.
And so we begin the game itself. You see Kevin Spant kind of wander over past the mats, turns back to you. It's like, all right, everyone on the green mat, you are Team Kiwi. Everyone on the brown mat, you are Team Coconut. And we're going to just jump right into it. All the cameras are officially rolling. I'll be serving as host for this for the day. Our first one's really easy. He points out into the ocean, and you see a small buoy, just about a decent swim away out in the ocean. But it's a nice breezy day. The waves are carrying strong here. Says all you have to do for the first challenge is swim from there to here. The first team to get everyone back on the mat wins immunity. What this will mean for you players is you're going to be given a DV to clear, and you're going to need to clear it twice. Once to get to the buoy and once to get back. If you clear it, then great. Everything's going to be hunky-dory. We're going to go one player at a time per team, and you're going to keep rolling until you clear those DVs. The first team to get everyone back to their mat all together wins immunity. I warn you, though, don't fail your rolls by too much if you fail. Because who knows what's in the ocean, am I right? So to start things off, we're going to have two people line up here immediately to my left and right. We're going to start with Dorothy and Chuck.
Will you be swimming in that bow tie?
No, of course not. That is not appropriate swimwear attire. Chuck begins to unbutton his shirt, and he's completely ripped.
Whoa. Even Kevin's like, I did not anticipate that. Can I? Not that I'm thinking about people like that in the internship program, but I would not have guessed. Very simple here for you, Alyssa and Mia. You want to clear a DV of 10. You get to stop rolling once you clear 10 twice. If you fail by more than 3, though, something might happen. Kevin Spant puts his arms up in the air and he says, all right, on your marks, get set, go. You can both roll your current die plus your physical fortitude.
Well, that's a 16 off the bat.
16 off the bat for Dorothy.
That's a 12.
Both clears the DV, so you both make it to the buoy. Dorothy a smidge ahead thanks to the better roll, but you will both get there around the same time. Do it a second time for me.
Oh, man.
A 9.
A 9. What'd you get, Chuck?
An 8.
An 8. Okay, nothing bad happens to you, but the current speeds up. It gets stronger. The waves are pushing against you, making it harder to get back. Neither person back on the shore yet. Kind of a wash of around. I get it, ocean puns. Let's make another D10 roll for me, plus your physical fortitude.
It's a 12.
They both make it back. We are already neck and neck. So you both return to your mats. Nick and Kit, you are up.
All right.
Hey, I'm Nick.
Hi. I just jump in and start swimming.
Oh,
I
Already.
I get a 10, like flat.
Flat
9.
10. Okay, so Kit is booking it to that buoy.
I'm like
Nicodemus
flail
just had them.
splashing. I used to swim with dolphins.
I just try to take my time.
Yeah, wouldn't expect anything less. All right, you two make another physical roll for me.
That one's better.
I got 11 this time.
13.
Okay, Kit makes it back to the shore. Nicodemus
one of the
begins
eights
to
that
hit
could.
the buoy. Nicodemus not back yet, though, which means Corey, you get a 1-turn advantage here. So you come up for the coconut team.
I'm gonna need it because I'm rolling with a D8 now because of that condition, right?
You sure are, but hey, didn't stop Kit. So
Yeah, I got a
both of
6
you.
and 7.
So Nicodemus and Corey, go ahead and roll your physical for me.
8.
13 again.
Another 13. Corey, you're out there struggling to reach that buoy as Nicodemus makes it back to shore. We are neck and neck as Starla comes up for the Kiwi team.
I high five Starla. Well, I put my hand out to high five Starla as I run in wearing like a swimming t-shirt with a bow tie on it.
I almost like recoil in fear, but then thanks.
Fantastic. So we now have Starla versus Corey. Both of you make a physical roll for me. They're looking to clear a 10.
5.
Oh, okay. 8 for you, Starla? Okay. So for a 5, Corey, while you were out there, you're swimming, you're trying as hard as you can to reach the target, to reach the buoy, and you feel something kind of hard to describe, slimy, scaly, fuzzy, all sorts of weird sensory things happening on your leg. And then the next thing you feel is a sharp clamp on it, as if something was trying to take a little bit of a bite out of you. You're going to take an injured condition. You're now down to a D6 out there.
Yeah, I think you're just gonna hear Corey scream after a minute, and she's gonna yell back towards the shore, Kevin, I think there's something in the water.
I'm sure it's fine. Just keep pushing.
I'm gonna dive in.
Oh, are you?
Can you help?
Can I help? No, I was explicitly told not to interfere.
Is there a monster in the water?
I'm swimming towards them. Yeah.
Okay, so all three of you then, here's what we're going to do. Everyone make a physical roll for me. Emma, what's your physical stat? What's your modifier in that?
It's 3, so I literally can't succeed anymore.
Okay. So we're going to keep that in mind. So don't roll.
Okay.
Starla and Nicodemus, roll your physical for me.
10.
10.
5.
Oh, no. Okay, Nicodemus, you successfully get out to Corey, and you're able to... Are you recovering them?
Yeah, I'm like rescuing someone who doesn't want to be rescued type of deal. Like, I got you. We're good. And start dragging them back.
Pulling them back.
Oh.
Starla for a 5. You know that thing I described earlier? Something similar happens to you. You feel a sharp pain in your leg and you take an injured condition. You're now down to a D6.
Oh no. I have nightmares about this.
Kevin sees Nicodemus pull Corey back onto shore and walks over and goes, "Hey, are you all right? What happened out there?"
Something bit me.
Something bit you?
Can I start doing first aid? I have the first aid skill.
I'm going to dive back in to get the other person.
To get Starla. Yeah, Starla also can no longer succeed this roll. So
I'm not entirely sure if I'm hallucinating.
things are already getting crazy in Castaway 0. Okay, so Nicodemus, make a physical roll. Kit, for first aid, you're going to make a mental fortitude check, and you can add +2 for first aid to see if you can heal Corey's condition.
11. I love swimming.
I also got an 11.
Oh my
Twins.
god.
Okay.
We should pray together.
Oh, no.
So
Okay.
here is what happens. Nicodemus, you also successfully rescue Starla.
That's 2. I've always wanted to save 2 in one day.
And Kit, tell me how you first aid this mysterious leg injury to Corey.
I'm going to assess it first to see if I could figure out like what animal made it or like what made it, whether like it was a bite or like a coral scrape or something. And then I'm going to clean it and then wrap it.
I'll tell you one thing, it's a bite, but you don't recognize the animal.
What bite are we talking about? Is it like small and circular? Is it wide? What are we looking at? A lot of teeth.
Scary, a lot of teeth.
100% a barracuda, and I'm gonna like splash. Actually, there's no water. Oh my god! I look at
Oh,
I'm like, hey, does anyone have any water? We should probably clean this before I wrap it.
There's the ocean.
That's salt water though, and I don't think it's the best call to put it directly on the wound.
I should have bought a couple
someone hands
bottles
you
of
a-
water from.
I was gonna
craft
say
service.
someone hands you a water bottle.
Oh, thank goodness! I crack it open and splash it on there, and then I just clean it out and wrap it.
Thank you.
Next,
All
yeah.
right. Around the time that Corey gets healed, Nicodemus returns with Starla.
Oh, second one. I'm going to begin treating Starla.
Make a mental roll plus your first aid.
You can see it too.
I got a 10 for this one.
This one doesn't quite make it. I'm looking for an 11 for that person. Oh, wait a second. This is 0 rules. 10 works.
Okay.
That would have been if you still had your D12 in this game. But so yeah, but with that condition, yes, we will bring Starla back to a D8.
Yes.
So, Kit, are you married?
What?
Are you married?
Why are you asking me that?
Because we're supposed to become friends so we don't vote each other off.
What does marriage have to do with our friendship?
Well, I'm wholly amorous. I love my dad, my brother, and you.
Okay, that's a lot. I think that we should recognize each other's value in this moment. You're good at swimming and stepping in immediately.
And you're a
I'm good
healer.
at bandaging things.
You're like
And
gifted, like your
science.
calling is like to heal people. I can feel it.
Read a lot of books.
Mhm.
Wouldn't call it a calling, wouldn't say healer.
Horse and
yeah.
cart. Horse and cart.
Kevin Spant walks up and says, okay, well, a little unorthodox given the injury. I guess since Corey technically got back first.
I think you'll find that it was our team who got 3 people. Went back and forth 3 times first.
But I also bandaged you all, so really, like, I guess it's a tie.
All right, there's only really one way to settle this. Hey, Starla, Corey, come here. Now that your legs are all bandaged up, come here for a second.
Uh-huh.
Can you two
Limp
just
over.
arm wrestle really quick?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. You're both going to make a physical roll. Highest number wins.
I offered Chuck a Mentos that I snuck in.
Oh, thank you.
That's an 11.
Okay.
5.
Corey, tell me how you beat Starla at arm wrestling.
Corey is much better on land than she is in the water. And so when she puts her arm down to arm wrestle with Starla, is now more focused in and I think uses the pain to sort of channel her competitiveness. And as soon as Kevin goes, go, just foomp.
Starla's almost the opposite. She's not competitive at all. I thought we were here for a festival and just, ow.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. I just wanted
It's
to win.
okay. You're really strong.
Oh, thanks.
I guess you win.
Yeah. Did you get bit by the same thing?
I'm not entirely sure what happened.
Oh, so you didn't see it. Okay.
I saw something. Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, it was weird and slimy. I didn't really see it so much as more of see a blob in the
Good.
water.
That's a good sign.
It can be
Kevin
hard to not
puts
believe in things when you can't see them.
Kevin puts his hands in the air and says, all right, Corey wins the tiebreaker. Team Coconut, you win immunity for the first challenge here. Good job, everybody.
Great job, Team Coconut.
So Chuck,
Yes.
Kit, Corey, none of you can be eliminated in the first vote. Team Kiwi, that's Dorothy, Nick, and Starla. What you 3 are going to do, we're going to give you some time at camp to get your bearings, take care of whatever you need to take care of mentally, physically. There are secrets hidden on the islands. There's advantages you can find on there. you are expected to survive. So no food or water or shelter has been provided. That's all on you guys. But you're all going to be at the same camp, just so y'all know. So once y'all just like take a moment to do what you got to do, we'll go into the vote, and one of you three will be out of the competition. Sound good? All right, great. Let me lead you to camp. Kevin escorts the 6 of you to a shared camp with one plain green towel flying like a flag and one plain brown towel flying like a flag. And you see a pretty open-ended camp area. In the far distance, you can see a beautiful volcano kind of overtowering everything on the island. You're within walking distance to the ocean, and there is a dense jungle behind you with a walking trail already intact. Welcome to the camp life portion of our Castaway game. You will all have 3 options while you are here. The first one, of course, is surviving. This is hunting for food, finding potable water, building shelter, or addressing conditions you might have. The second option is looking for secrets. The island, of course, has a hidden advantage on it for anyone who might want to get a little ahead in the game, but there also might be some random items. I'm pretty sure we scouted everything, but who knows what's out there. And of course, if you're feeling content with everything and would rather focus on the social elements of this game, you can socialize, which will allow you to talk to as many people as you want without having to roll for anything. To determine turn order, I would like you all to roll your current die. No modifier, no nothing. Just roll your current die and tell me what you get. An 8 for Alyssa, 5 for Farrell, 9 for Rahrah, 4 for Emma. Yep, 4. 6 for Mia, and 8 for Adam. Beautiful. Nicodemus, you get to go first in the social initiative. So the choice is yours, my friend. You may survive, socialize, or look for secrets. If you choose to survive or look for secrets, you're allowed to bring one other person with you.
Well, I'd like to look for secrets, but I'm going to be bringing 3 other people with me. The Father and the Son and the Holy G. And I'm going to go wade back into the water and pray.
So you're
and
going
ask for things to be revealed about the island to me through a gift of knowledge or prophecy.
I'm looking at your character sheet, and I believe you have a special skill in this, yes?
Yeah, I have a skill in preaching. Preaching and prayer.
Preaching and prayer. So you're asking the divine to manifest an answer unto you. Go ahead and make a mental roll, and you can add your preaching stat for me.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's massive. That is a 10 on the die, a 6 in mental, and then the 2 for preaching.
That
so
is an
18.
That's
the best I can do.
Number you could get in this game. I don't love the implications of Christianity being right, but maybe it's only right for Nicodemus.
God, Grant. Prove him real right now.
Here we go. So as you go out into the ocean, you kneel, you ask for guidance. As you're doing so, you catch out of the corner of your eye a rocky cliff face. Looks like the kinds in movies where the waves rock up against it. Real parting the sea Moses shit over there. And with your God-given gift of incredible eyesight, you see a small shining glint poking out of this cliff face.
It's not the first time salvation's come when a stone's been rolled away, and I'm going to just move my way over there, searching for the light, as I always have.
I'm going to have you make one quick physical roll, because as you get there, you find a silver crystal skull implanted in this rock face.
That's a 6.
With your physical stat?
Yeah, I rolled a 3 plus 3. So I rolled the number of man, which makes sense because that's all I am without grace.
Okay, you try to pry it loose and it just does not budge. So you've been given the gift of knowledge, but not the gift of the strength to remove it from there. What do you
I
do with
finally
that
represent the
information?
church. I have this collective breakthrough, this moment of revelation, and then I'm just going to go preach at the crabs. Tell them that there's a dignity for them and that I believe in them and I'm a vegetarian.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, Nicodemus and the crabs know there's a skull and a cliff face, which brings me to Dorothy. That's gonna be your move here. What would you like to do? Survive, socialize, or look for secrets?
I'd like to survive, sort of keep the injured ones, the injured young folks going. So I would like to go hunting.
An excellent plan. We're going hunting. As you prepare to do so, hello, people coming into the stream, maybe for the first time here tonight. We're raising funds for Churla, which is a pro-immigrant charity out in Southern California. If you donate $15 using that QR code in the top right corner, we're going to inflict random pain on these players. We're trying to get them to hurt, maybe even perish out here. That's not up to me. That's up to you and God. Speaking of God, Dorothy, so you're going to go hunting, yes?
That is correct.
Cool. You have no tools. You have your wits in your bare hands. Go ahead and make a physical roll. Do you have the hunting stat?
I do have the hunting stat.
Then
Don't
you can
worry
add
about it.
2 to that roll.
That is also an 18.
Wow. Okay, then you get the most succulent meal of them all, should you be able to conquer it. So, as you were out hunting, you come across just a plump, well-fed looking seagull kind of wandering around at the edge of the jungle. That boy looks like it's got some meat on him, and you successfully locate this person. A bird like this could feasibly feed you all and be enough meat to get you through to the next day. The question is, can you overcome it and beat the seagull's roll? Go ahead and roll. We're going to do what's called a contested roll here, Dorothy. So it's just you and the seagull out here. You're both going to roll your current die, highest number wins, and I will roll for the seagull.
Uh-oh.
Got some uh-ohs.
Got a 3.
You got a 3. And I got a 5. We're doing a lot of finding, but not a lot of recovering here. So when you lose a contested roll to an animal, you do take a condition. How does the seagull hurt you?
Well, I'm used to birds chasing me, not me chasing birds. So I think that I just sort of go to pounce on it and hurt my arm. Like, it's not even the bird, it's me. I just miss.
Fantastic. You get beaked a bit. That seagull might be a big boy, but he's also got a big beak. You take an injured condition to your hand. You are down to a D8. And speaking of conditions, folks, we've officially hit our halfway point in goals for donations here from Churla. Thank you, everybody. Which means I get to inflict 2 more random conditions on the interns here. Boy, and 4 of them are already in dire straits as it is. So let's hope that nothing bad happens. First one, ironically, goes to Kit again. So, Kit, you're down to a D6. You spent a lot of mental energy healing those other 2 people, but it's so common in the health industry. Sometimes we've got to take care of ourselves.
I think I need some water. I wasn't supposed to be here, and I'm really stressed out. And your legs were hurt. I'm not feeling great. Does anyone? I'm gonna sit down. I just kind of sit in the sand and like kind of curl up, like.
I'll sit with you, Kit.
Oh, I thought you were gone.
Our second condition from the random pool goes to Chuck. So, Chuck, you are at camp. You're at camp. You're probably getting the lay of the land, trying to figure everything out, kind of sneering at it, I'd imagine. How do you get hurt?
I think he's shirtless right now. I think Chuck is kind of following around Kevin Spant and just going, that's really clever hiring actors to be part of the team. So it seems kind of real because, of course, you wouldn't put us on like a dangerous island, with sharks in the water and stuff. So, and then he kind of trips over, skins his leg real bad.
Yeah, it's real there, Chuck. You all right?
Ow. 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 Yeah. Get the knee. Get the knee.
Is someone yelling Kithany?
Well, it is your turn, Kit. So what was that to do?
So I was gonna survive and see if I could tend to all the previous wounds, because since we walked, I figured the dressings might have come undone, and I wanted to like recheck the wounds. So I think it's the perfect time for me to just continue doing that. Kit doesn't feel well, so she's going straight to one track mind. Is like, if I take care of everyone, I'll be okay.
Perfect. So just to make sure I'm clear, are you going to help other people or are you healing yourself?
I'm gonna help other people. I'm gonna first aid again.
Cool.
But Chuckle gets it last.
So with the survive option, as you know, you get to bring one other person with you. So I'm going to say you have the time to address any one injured person, which is basically everyone except Nicodemus, which I find the implications of interesting.
So I pick. Or sorry, Grant, you want me to pick or you want me to just roll?
You get to pick whoever you want. However you
Except
decide
for
to do that is up to you, except for
Okay.
Nicodemus, who is completely fine and
Alright.
one with God and the crabs right now.
Just in awe watching Kit as they bring their sick to them.
Nicodemus is up. Nicodemus is up right now. Then I actually think I will help Chuckle because it's the only like fully untreated wound. Whole first layer gone. Wow, how'd you do that?
I tripped and
Okay, sit down.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna attempt to clean and dress this. Water, please, water. I'm looking around, he's just yelling water to see how many people will bring me water. Because water got brought to me last time.
That was in the heat of the moment. Now that you are in camp, locating water is more of an action you have to take. So here's what I'm going to do. To address this, you're going to need to find potable water. To do so, you can make a mental roll.
Okie dokie. Fingers crossed, guys. I have really good mental, but I only have a D6 now, so things aren't looking great. Hell yeah. Natural 6. I got a 12.
Wow. Yeah, you find some potable water. So
These guys are on
you
fire.
run into the jungle, you're looking around, you find a little stream, and like, yeah, it's a stream in the jungle, so it's been out in nature, but it isn't salted.
This is probably fresher. And I'm going to I'm gonna. I don't. Oh, I have the old. Okay. Do I have the old water bottle I use? Because I figure like I didn't dump the whole.
Sure, why not?
Cool. Thanks.
Whatever makes this make narrative sense. It's a
I was
theater of the mind, baby.
I was gonna fill up my cargo pockets if you said no, and then just like block the holes and run back.
I would have had to let you succeed because you rolled a 12. So whatever.
But yeah, I'll fill up this water bottle and I'll drink a little just to make myself feel better, and then I'll fill it back up and walk back and finish tending this wound.
Chuck, you may enjoy the bounty of a D10 as Kit bandages you up and puts water on your skinned knee.
Kit, I have a question.
Go on.
Well, where did you learn how to do this? I did not see that a medic was required under Shadow Productions.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I don't remember anything I signed. I don't really know how much I got. I wasn't even supposed to be interning with Shadow Productions. I think I misfilled out. The lady that was in charge of all of the internship stuff, she kind of snapped it. She was a little snippy with me. Blacked out, got cold face, hands started shaking. Don't really remember what I signed. I was supposed to be working in a veterinary clinic. I do that stuff on and off most summers. I was going to do like a full year-long internship. I ended up here with this production company. I was like, you know what, maybe it'll be something new that I like. I wasn't sure. Didn't like it, don't love it. And now here we are.
Wait, so you're not a real doctor?
Never said I was. Do you want me to finish dressing this for you?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
A natural healer that animals are drawn to.
Oh, where'd you come from?
Destiny.
Which
How do you
will
walk so silently?
Because I'm being carried.
you see those footsteps in the sand? Anyway, that's going to bring us to Chuck. You also have the options to. Yes, I'm right. For a split second there, I thought I skipped Emma entirely, but I did not. Emma rolled a 4. Okay, Chuck, you of course have the option to survive, look for secrets, or socialize.
Okay. Chuck is going to try to survive because he's now realizing that this is real. And he just says to Kit and to Nicodemus, it's fine. All my training has led me to this. Takes off his shirt again. And then he just runs off into the woods.
Every single time I'm
You put a new shirt on?
astonished at how shredded he is.
That, yeah, blessed.
Yeah,
Hashtag.
It's Carpenter's body, really.
You know who?
I
What are
beat
we
you to
looking
it.
for out there, Chuck?
Chuck is looking for game. He is going to hunt.
We're looking for game. We want to eat. We want to make sure we stave off that hunger condition because no one's eaten this day so far. Roll a physical roll for me.
If Chuck told me what they were doing, could I have lent them my pocket knife? Because it's in my items.
That's. I told you no items.
Oh, never mind. I don't have it.
Smuggled.
Live TV, folks. What? Although I will say, Chuck, you're allowed to bring one person with you to go hunting. So if you want Nicodemus to be there, they can help.
Sure. Yeah. I think Nicodemus, are you walking? Because I think Chuck is full on sprinting.
I mean, I'm catching up. I know how to follow a trail. Oh,
Okay.
I think that's, yeah.
Beautiful. In that case, you can both roll physical.
Wonderful. I got a 15.
Wow.
I didn't fuck it up. I didn't mess it up. It's a 10.
Perfect.
Nice.
We consider this rolling with advantage, but with a helper. So the 15 is the one that'll help you both succeed. And wouldn't you know it, there's just this really beefy, thick-looking seagull wandering around here. Looks like he has a glint of victory in his eye.
You know what other unseen things can help us succeed together? Meat.
What? Yes.
Neat.
How are we going to get this bird? Like, do you have a net? Do your hands resemble a net when you clench them?
Well, you always say that man is God's greatest creation. So I think we ought to just go Old Testament. And then
Rocks.
I think Chuck starts flanking the bird, maybe while like Nicodemus has its attention.
I preach at it to distract it as I walk up.
Sure. All right, Chuck, since you are the one actively challenging the bird while Nicodemus tries to distract it, you may roll your current die with no modifiers, si vous plaît.
No
Consider
physical
the
or anything.
birds.
No physical or anything. This is current
Oh,
die versus
man.
current die. A 1?
The seagull.
This
What the heck?
seagull, invincible, easy to find, harder to catch. You are going to take a condition from our birdie pal. How does the bird hurt you?
I think Chuck lunges, gets it in his hands, but it just starts violently pecking at his hands, and now they're all cut up. And he lets go from the pain.
Nicodemus, you see the bird attack your fellow intern here. Are you going to do anything about that?
Oh, definitely. I'll remember that verse, and they heard his words but ignored his teachings. And even though I don't like to, I'll take off my swimming tee, since no one could see us but Chuck. And I'll try to cover up the bird and put it to sleep, almost like holding it to my Abraham's bosom, as it was, putting it in sort of a purgatory stasis.
It's like I'm back in Hell Whalers again. Okay, go ahead and roll your current die for me to see if you can capture a bird.
My dice is huge. Oh no. 7.
You, Nicodemus, are the one to conquer the bird. So you lure the bird into the shirt, you feel the wriggling and the writhing, and then you feel it enter purgatory, if you will. You have successfully caught food that can feed the entire camp if you choose to share it.
We'll say there's a glazed over montage of me making this prepared to be cooked. And by the end of it, Chuck's just a little disturbed with Nicodemus as we enter back with like a plucked seagull.
What? Where'd you learn how to do that?
The tabernacle. There's all those weird the things about how you do sacrifices and like what direction you're supposed to face.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah. I haven't had to do it before, so I mean, I threw up like 3 times, but you know, greater is he that is in me.
Right. Nicodemus,
Yes, Chuck.
look me in the eye. Okay, so clearly something is going on here, and I think either we need to take out Kevin or make sure that one of us survives.
Did Kevin bite people? I kind of
No.
missed what happened.
No, I think that he probably messed something up and put us on the wrong island because it's way too dangerous here for a TV show. So therefore, I think we need to take him out.
Let's find HR. They might help with this, right? We can trust them.
Which brings me to
what
Starla.
Not HR today.
Starla, you are given the same choices to survive, socialize, or look for secrets.
I want to go looking for secrets. To be honest, I'm just kind of too tired to do survival things. I bet someone hid snacks somewhere.
Only one way to find out, I guess. Would you have to bring anyone along for your secret finding adventure?
Kind of look around at everyone. I don't know. The squares. I'm good.
Squares, I'm good. Okay. For looking for secrets, that's going to be a mental roll to scout the island to see if you can find anything cool. So go ahead and make your mental roll. If you have anything that you feel that can help you, you can use that skill.
Would foraging apply in this situation?
I think it'd be perfect in this situation. You can use foraging.
That's a 1, so 4 total.
A total of 4. Okay. So you are looking around the island for anything that can be of any use out here. And for a low roll like that, all you really encounter as you're walking around is well, you're in the jungle and you're looking at the floor of the jungle especially, and you find this like kind of not quite gold, a little off gold color. It looks to be like the size of like a coin, has something strange carved in it. There's like a little necklacey thing around it. Whatever that is, I'm not really sure.
Cool. Immediately puts it on. Sure, it's not like cursed or anything.
Why would it be? You can add an
Right?
amulet to your inventory. And finally, Corey, freshly bitten and back on the island. What would you like to do? Survive, socialize, or look for secrets?
I think Corey is looking to survive as well. Especially considering well, we've got water and now Nicodemus has brought back food. I think Corey meat is important, but we also need something to go with the meat, don't we? So I also have the foraging skill, so I was planning on going out, and I've watched plenty of foraging TikToks, and foragers on TikTok. So I'm gonna go looking for mushrooms or herbs or anything I can find out in the forest.
I respect it. You can make a mental roll, and you can add +2 for your foraging.
Perfect. Oh no. Good thing for that skill, because I rolled a 1 on the dice, so that's 8 total.
A lot of that going around lately. But hey, for an 8, not too shabby. Sounds like you got a pretty sharp head on your shoulders. You do find a small bushel of berries out in the jungle. And for a D8, I can tell you they look fine, look edible.
Okay, perfect. Oh, I think I saw these on one of those TikToks. These would be great to go with the seagull. Picks the berries and comes back with a handful of berries. Guys, look what I found.
Are they edible?
I think so.
Have you
It looks
eaten them?
soft enough.
I mean, I can try one if anyone's worried about it.
Yes,
Maybe-
try them.
Well, hold on.
That's a good idea. Just be
Maybe-
faithful.
We can just wait to see where you found them and see if any animals eat them. And typically, if animals eat them, we should be okay.
Oh, well, I just found them up the ridge over there, by that one palm tree.
Cool.
I thought you were
I
supposed to
think
be a
that-
vet.
What does that have to do with berries?
I mean, it seems like you want to test it on an animal.
Yeah, animal testing is real 1990s.
Did I say feed it to an animal? I did not.
PETA.
What's that? What's that you have with you right there?
That's how I make a
And-
quick mental note to pray later.
No, the animal that you brought back with you.
Oh, this is a see no more goal because its eyes are gone.
Exactly.
It's ready though. It's ready to throw right on the fire.
What fire?
True.
True, no fire yet.
Bird
And yet-
sushi.
The game continues.
No, not no seagull sushi.
Bird sushi. Booshi.
Does anyone know how to make a fire?
Is there a bush that looks dry anywhere nearby?
That's gonna have
Or
to
one
be
that looks on
a
fire.
future camp problem, because with Emma's turn concluding, that brings us to the vote.
Shit.
So, Kevin comes back and with his clipboard says, "Okay, Dorothy, Nick, and Starla, follow me. We have a little makeshift set for like a ceremony type deal. You're all gonna come with me, and we're gonna just kind of get some footage of you all talking about the game and then voting for somebody."
Why would you need footage of us talking about the game if no one's going to see this?
It's part of the structure to give the writers an idea. So, like, we'll ask you questions about, like, what did you do today? What's your strategy? Can you trust these people? And then you'll just answer like you're really playing.
I mean, that checks out. How would anyone know how it went?
If it didn't win.
Yeah.
So you three are led to an ornate set, leaving the other team behind to answer such hard questions as, aren't you a vet? And does anyone know how to make fire? And you are brought to a row of tree stumps carved and placed for you all to sit on. Kevin sitting on one facing all of you, and he reads a note in the booklet he's given. It says, remove hat for formal. Okay. Take my hat off. Okay, so you've been out here playing Castaway for the better part of the day. This is the first vote of the game. You know, first vote's always the hardest. Gotta, tell someone they can't play the game anymore. So, Dorothy, how do you approach the vote tonight? What do you prioritize as the most important thing in a person?
Well, I'll approach this voting ceremony with grace and decorum like I'd approach everything.
Does grace and decorum lead you towards one of these people over the other, or
That's such an invasive question, Kevin.
this is for TV, Dorothy? It's going to be invasive.
Now, you keep telling me that it's not, though.
Well, we're pretending it is.
Oh, well, you can pretend that I gave you a better answer then.
Great. Okay, sure. You got it. Starla, with a competition like this, there's risk for injury and social deception and backstabbing. Have you found it easy to acclimate to the game or challenging?
Oh, it's been really easy. Everybody's so nice. Why would it be? Just like confused. I haven't really been paying attention.
Fair enough. I guess that just brings me to you, Nicodemus. You really put yourself out on a limb rescuing not only your own teammate, but somebody else out there. Is that something that you think is a strength that you can carry with you or a weakness?
Oh, you could say it's my mission. Trying to save friends and strangers. You could say it's my calling or responsibility, but really I'm just having fun. If you're light, you can't help but spread it. You know what I mean. I mean, look at you, you little glowworm.
Stop. All right. Well, with that, it is time to vote. So here's how the vote will work. You are all vulnerable. What you're going to do is in the Discord, in our little chats here, you're going to send me a direct message with the name of the character you'd like to vote for. A friendly reminder, you cannot vote for yourself. So you'll go ahead and send that to me. And once I have all the votes, I will read them out and we will have our first person eliminated from the game, and you will leave our stream, and I will miss you so much. While they're all voting, let me talk to you. Hi, audience, in case you're just wandering in because you saw Game Master Monday was live, and God bless you for it. We're raising money for Churla. We're doing a special one-shot here of Castaway. We are offering a special deal where if you pay us $15 using that QR code there that's up right corner, we're sending all of those funds for Churla, a group that raises funds and assists immigrants in Southern California. Every time you spend $15, one of our players here will take a condition. Conditions hurt them. It makes it harder for them to win the game. They can even die if they have too many. Don't you freaks love it when people die in AP? I've seen your posts. You can't hide from me. Send us money, damn it. We're raising a good money for a good cause here. Now, I will go ahead and take a look at the votes here.
You know who else keeps a tally of our decisions? Santa.
Okay. The votes are in, and I will now read those votes. He pulls out a little jar, like a little mason jar with some folded paper in it. Now we're going to have props make something cooler if this goes to series, but for now we'll use the jar. All right, I'll go ahead and read the votes. If anyone has an immunity skull and would like to play it, now is the time to do so.
I'm sorry, if anyone has what now?
There's an item hidden on the island, and if you find it and use it here, then the votes against you don't count.
Oh, the thing in the coral.
You found it?
Well, I mean, I saw it. It wasn't mine, so I couldn't take it.
Good God. All right, I'll read the votes.
True.
All right, our first vote, Dorothy. Second vote, Starla. One vote remaining. Our third vote and the first person eliminated from Castaway 0 is Starla. Farrell.
Thank you guys so much. I can't believe you voted for me.
A lover, God help me, a lover. You are given a small little like piece of paper with some fire at the end of it, and a little producer says, "Just go up there and ask him to, and just have him do what he needs to do with the torch."
Bye. I lived.
You lived. Farrell, thank you for playing here tonight. An absolute joy to see you as always. Where can people find more of you?
I mostly live over at the heart of the dungeon. Yeah, I'm gonna go and watch you guys. I hope you're real mean to each other.
Farrell is just happy that no one decided to murk her tonight. Thank you, my friend. As your camera fades, your torch is snuffed, we will continue with the game. Now, for the other three, you're going to see Dorothy and Nicodemus return from the voting ceremony. Starla will be taken on a special boat and led to a really nice hotel to hang out for the rest of the day. The rest of you get to see what they did. They voted for Starla. The evening is yours to have a brief conversation, and well, not the evening, the next part of the day. This is a 24-hour speed run, but you are free to discuss whatever you wish to discuss now.
So, did Starla just get to go home?
I think they're going to like a resort. It really seemed like what they wanted.
Oh, okay. So getting voted off is a good thing.
I tried to vote for myself, and then right then the narrator said we couldn't, so then I had to say never mind, and then I had to vote for someone different.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I was actually kind of curious. I wanted to bring it up, but like, what if there was a 3-way tie? What if each of you had voted for one or the other? Do you all get voted off?
Probably.
Oh, a trinity.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so because that, I think there's 5 of us left. So if we all end up in it, we all vote for one other person, and then I think we all win the money.
We all get to go home.
And we all get to win this.
And
we're the finalists, and we get to go home. It's kind of the perfect plan, really, when you think about it.
I have to disagree, because I think the win condition was that only one is left to win the prize.
But what happens to their game if all of us vote for? They're not just going to kick everybody off.
I was gonna say, I mean, if we band together against the system, then what are they supposed to do? You know?
That exactly. And
interns really can't be replaced. So like we would freeze up this whole company.
Who would get the coffee, really?
Well, that's usually my job, but seeing as I'm here, then there's no one really to do that.
Yeah, and I'm still mainly concerned. It's just like they had no clue what bit anyone. They just really don't seem like they have a good handle on what's going on this island.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Starla would stay so I could ask her what she was feeling, because this is starting to sting. Yeah.
That's not good.
So I don't really want it to get infected.
Did Kit treat you okay? Like, did they do anything weird?
No.
To try to get you off the island?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's just checking.
Okay.
And also, Kit's not an actual doctor.
Right. Yeah. As I said,
Kit's an animal guide.
A veterinary tech. That's what I mostly do.
Well,
but again,
what are humans but animals? Really?
Exactly. And if you don't want help, don't need it, I guess, right? Yeah. I don't know.
Kevin returns, approaches the beach. All right, cool. Starla is out of the game. No harm, no foul. Just we're taking her back to the hotel, and she'll go home with the rest of you later. So we're gonna just start getting ready for the next challenge. If you'll all follow me, please. And he takes you back to the beach where you started. Where now here there is a little rope around a palm tree, around a coconut tree, if you will. And he points at it and goes, okay, so the game now, you are all officially merged. Congratulations. You're no longer on teams. You are now in the group individual portion of the game. It's every person for themselves. You'll all be voting together from now on. So I hope you built up some strong bonds across the aisle, right? So whoever wins this challenge wins individual immunity. This one's going to be a really easy one. You're going to climb this tree. You're going to grab a coconut. You're going to come back down. It is that simple. And whoever does it the fastest, most efficiently, with the most gusto is going to win. You only get a single try to do it. If there are ties, we will do individual. We'll just keep grabbing coconuts until one person can't do it anymore. Sound good?
Now, does everyone watch while we do our climbing?
Everyone will be here to see you do it, and it will be filmed.
I am wearing a dress, Kevin. Now, I don't want to call you a dirty bird, but...
Now, we did advise in the packets we sent you to make sure you're dressing for an island and clothes you can be active in, but listen, he just points to the other 4 of you. No one be weird. None of you be weird. I don't need that paperwork on my desk, so no one be weird. Okay?
Chuck.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry, I sneezed.
Weird sneeze.
What isn't it?
Now, before we get started, we have received a donation to Churla. So I get to do
gonna
more
be-
random paying
gonna
in the
be
world.
me.
Just Farrell out there with the credit card.
Farrell has suddenly donated $150.
I was like, avenge me.
Yeah. Did you tell
That's
them what-
actually going to be Dorothy who takes that condition, bringing
Was
her
fair.
down to a D6.
Oh my goodness. Did you tell them what happens if they donate $1,000, Grant?
If you donate $1,000, then I will kill all of them in real life.
Yeah, that's exactly
Only
what we
for
discussed. Yeah.
$1,000?
It's like
For only
$250
$1,000,
each.
I will go on a cross-country murderous rampage.
Dude, let's go.
So, Dorothy, you're down to a D6. You just raised this concern about everything. There's a little bit of panic stress setting into you right now as you examine this tree. So, here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to have you all roll your current die to determine initiative order, and then we will see who successfully can climb a tree until no one can do it anymore. Beautiful. I love it when the numbers are nice and easy. Kit, you are up first. You're going to make a physical roll for me. I am looking for you to clear a 10 again.
Grant, would I be able to use my crafting to like rip part of my shirt into like a little thingy to help me climb up?
Oh, sure. Why not? With a pitch like that, why not?
Bless
An inventive-
your heart, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and roll. I'm so low on dice, guys. Anything helps. You're not gonna fucking believe it, Grant. I got a 6 + 4 + 2, so I got a 12.
You were able to successfully climb and grab a coconut, Kit. Congratulations. So that's one win for you. I'm kind of treating this like hockey shootout rules. So we'll go to our next person. Oh no, who rolled the 4? I had it. That was you. Okay, Nicodemus, you're up next.
I'm assuming I can apply my climbing skill.
You can
to
apply climbing to this. That would make perfect sense.
So I find my road paved for me, ahead of me, as though all my steps have lined up to now. Gorgeous. 9 plus, this is physical, 9 plus 5 would be 14.
You successfully get a coconut. So much more fun to be in front of a camera, so you can just make the action as they're describing it, right? Okay, I believe that puts you up next, Corey.
With
I
a
think.
2?
Oh, nope, then it's Chuck.
I was going to say, I thought Mia rolled higher.
No, you are right. I got the numbers backwards. All right, you're up, Mia.
Yeah, could I use my calisthenics skill?
I guess then where else could you use it?
Yeah, so you guys just watch. Instead of using his legs, you can see he just starts like climbing with his arms. Just so it's just pure core and arms.
Still
both
doing
physical.
acro yoga, Chuck?
You know it.
Yeah, team.
Oh man, I needed that. Okay, not terrible. A 9.
A 9 actually is terrible because we're looking for a 10 to clear this one. So, Chuck, you do not successfully get the coconut. You come sliding off the tree. Your calisthenics, they did nothing.
I failed.
The
All
tree's
right.
really crooked.
It's probably the
Chuck,
skinny.
out of the challenge. Corey, you are up.
Oh boy. Okay, Grant. So I'm gonna give a little bit of a reach here. So I know this is gonna have to be a physical skill, so I can't use my foraging. But my other skill is cooking. Can we say that I have gathered my own coconuts before and would be able to use the cooking skill to gather more coconuts for this?
Has Corey done that before? Do you feel like that's an honest thing you can say? I'm honor coding it.
Honestly, probably not.
Then no.
It was a stretch.
I gave you a blank check and you chose not to sign it, so go ahead.
Okay, that's a 6. So
That is also a failure. You're not able to retrieve the coconut. You are out of this particular challenge, which will bring us to Dorothy and her dress.
Now, dear Kit, I don't suppose I could borrow that piece of fabric. Help an old woman out.
Oh, of course. I just gently hand it to you.
Thank you kindly. And using that, I will climb.
Sure, I guess roll a D2 since it worked for Kit. Why not?
Oh dear. That
That's a
is
D2.
an 8.
Not quite. Even with the fabric, it doesn't quite work out. Kit and Nick, you both have a coconut, but only one of you can win this challenge. So I'm going to have you both at the same time. Kevin indicates 2 trees now. It's like, okay, we found 2 slightly taller trees. You're just going to race up it. Whoever rolls the high, whoever gets up to the coconut first will be able to win immunity and not be voted for this week. You're both going to make a contested roll for me. Whoever rolls highest wins the challenge.
Do we add modifiers or just the stat?
Nope. Contested roll is just your current die versus current die.
Man.
So no climbing skill on climbing this tree?
Not for this one. We're calling it contested roll for this one.
It's a
Alright.
4.
It's a 4. No fucking way.
No
Sorry.
fucking way. Look at that.
I tried to
both-
leave my skill behind to make it fair.
You climbed at the same time, and so help me, it was a photo finish. Do it again.
Ridiculous. God damn it. 4 again.
That's a little better, 6.
You are able to out hustle Kit this time, Nicodemus, and you come down with the coconut first. Kevin's hands go up. Says, all right, Nicodemus has immunity. And the vote for this challenge, you will not be able to vote for Nicodemus.
My die is already so big. And now this. It appears I'm blessed and chosen.
Well, let's see how blessed
you're
and
just
chosen you
taller
are,
than I
because we
am.
just got another donation to Churla.
Son of a bitch.
Give
So
it to
close.
Kit.
Thanks. It's gonna get Kit. Thanks for all the support, guys.
As a matter of fact, that one does go to Nicodemus. So
Should have donated before the thing, but whatever.
Heaven's trying to keep me humble now, which means I have its attention.
you can call that a let's call it exhaustion. You've been really busting your ass all day today, Nick.
Yeah. A lot of swimming.
But even though you only have a D8, you are now back at camp, and the options are once again available to you. As a brief recap, we found potable water. We found a seagull that can feed you for the rest of the day. So surviving, you still have that option because there's still things you could use at camp, like a fire, a shelter, healing your own conditions. And of course, socializing and secrets still on the table. I'm going to follow the same initiative order, but before we do any of that, we've been at this for about 90 minutes, gang, so let's give ourselves a little bit of a breather, why don't we? Folks, we're going to take a 10-minute break, let our castaways grieve the loss of Starla at that fancy hotel she gets to stay at, maybe plan, maybe use the restroom. You should do the same thing. Feel free to keep donating to Churla while we're gone. I'll come back and put as much pain as you want me to, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. Welcome back to Castaway Zero. We're back at camp. Nicodemus has immunity, and someone's going to get hurt right now because someone made a donation to Churla. Hey, do you like inflicting pain on your players? Are you one of those sadist GMs who really gets a sick kick out of players getting hurt or even dying? Are you an AP fan whose favorite episode of your show is when the person you love dies? You can make that happen tonight. For a mere $15, you can donate to Churla, a fantastic charity that aids and supports immigrants in the Southern California community, a group who could really use it right now, if I do say so myself. And in exchange, I'll do one of these numbers. Here we go. Getting a random condition this time is Dorothy, which I believe brings you down to a D4, my friend.
I think if you'll read the comment for that donation, you'll notice that it says "Not Dorothy, please." No, I'm joking. I'm so joking.
You know what's funny? I also got a comment earlier that said to do this to Chuck, and it worked. I don't know what it is, but folks, if you leave a comment, for some reason the dice listens to you. So, Dorothy, sadly, you are down to a D4 as we enter the camp scene. This is the individual portion of the game. Every person for themselves. Everything you do is not for the benefit of a team anymore, but for your own benefit. Kevin emerges from a little producer hut and says, okay, so in this part of the game, whenever you get eliminated, you're going to join what's called a jury. 3 of you will be added to that jury. And when there's 2 people left in the game, you 3 are going to pick who gets the 100K. So that is now part of the strategy of the game, just to keep that in mind going forward here. I'd also like to take a brief moment to say, as far as donations go, we've currently raised $120 for Churla, which is pretty solid, folks. Our goal is $150, and anything above that just makes me happy. So just keep that in mind. Now, moving right along, we're going to go right into the camp portion of the game. Everyone roll your current die. Tell me what number you get, and that'll determine this turn's initiative. And we're going to go hella fast here, gang. I'm seeing a lot of 6s. Okay, Chuck with a 7, 6, 6, 4, and then a 1. Beautiful. So, Chuck, you get to go first with the highest number. You, of course, are able to survive, socialize, or look for secrets.
I think let's go hunting for secrets.
A wise decision to try and get the 100K. To look for secrets, that is a mental roll, and you are allowed to bring 1 person with you if you want.
I think I'll bring Corey this time.
Corey, you've been invited to go looking for stuff with Chuck. Do you want to do that?
Sure, I'll go along with Chuck.
Fantastic. Welcome to the looking for secrets part of the game. You may both make a mental roll. If you have anything that's similar to, looking for stuff, you can add +2 to that. So yes, foraging does count.
Woo!
Oh, 8.
11.
8. 11, you said?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. So you're looking around out there in the jungle, trying to find something, and you, Corey, find something peculiar kind of sticking out of a tree. It doesn't look like something anybody would have brought here, though. You find a handle just sticking out of a random tree in the jungle, something you could easily grab with your hand.
Huh. That's weird. She'll reach out and grab the handle and
Make a physical roll.
oh boy. Okay. That's not good. The dice
7.
agreed. That's a 4.
Weirdly enough, this is kind of the threshold I was looking for this bad boy. So with a 4 on that one, you are able to kind of loosen it up a little bit, but luckily for you, you brought help.
Chuck, I found
What?
something, but I can't seem to get it out of the tree.
In the tree.
Yeah, you're strong. Do you want to get this?
You're right. I
Um,
am strong. Stronger than you.
Yeah, clearly. I have tiny arms. That's why I cook and don't lift weights or anything. Anyway, do you want to get that?
Let me show you how it's done.
Can
Okay.
do it a good old fashioned offering aid roll where we combine your rolls together. So go ahead and make that physical roll for me, Chuck.
Nice. 13.
That more than does it. So with your combined skills, you link hands, you yank that thing out, and you are gifted with a knife.
Oh,
Awesome.
I don't know how that got in a tree, but that's helpful.
Now the
I call
question
dibs.
is, that answers that question.
I see.
Okay. Corey.
Yes, Mr. Blevins.
So I don't know how this is all going to turn out. And if we so happen to find ourselves in the jury, who
Mhm.
are you wanting beside yourself, of course, to win?
Well, I guess that depends on how things go, but Kit's been really nice so far and helped bandage up my leg and
They have been, at the most, irritable. However, they seem to know what they are doing, and I see value in that.
uh-huh. Yeah. Well, who do you want to win? Aside
Well,
from
either,
yourself, of course.
yeah, besides myself. I am not so sure about Dorothy. I feel like she's murdered someone. I can't tell why.
Okay, that's a very strong accusation to make against someone you don't know.
I mean, she beat me in the ocean. She seems to be, what, an older lady? How did that happen? Look at me. I'm ripped.
I suppose that is suspicious. But just because you're ripped doesn't mean you can swim better?
I should be able to because I am ripped. Anyways, thank you for the
Uh-huh.
knife. I will have your back should you need it.
Thank you, Mr. Blevins.
Chuck, you can add a knife to your inventory. The knife will give you, the knife will give you +1 in any physical roll you use it for, and also in contested rolls. Which brings me to you, Corey. Since you are now, what we like to do here is you have two options now. You can do the big three, of course, or if you were content with what just happened, you can call that your turn. But it is your decision. You can survive, look for secrets, or socialize, or call it good.
Well, my plan for this turn as we go back to camp, that knife would have been useful to sort of gather some firewood, so that we can go about making a fire so we can actually cook the seagull that Nicodemus found. But I'll go ahead and go survive and forage for firewood instead.
Sure. You
Chuck
can.
would give it to you if you wanted it. He meant that.
Oh. Well, no, that's okay. I was more so making a joke, but
Okay.
You can invite one person with you if you so choose.
I think I'll invite Kit to come forage for firewood with me.
Kit, do you want to go firewood searching?
Sure.
Welcome aboard, gang. So, searching for firewood is a mental roll to see if you can find good burning wood.
I was also thinking maybe we should get some of the coconuts that we pulled down and bring them to camp, and we can use the outside of the coconut as kindling.
Oh, that's a really smart idea. I didn't think of that.
I
I'll
appreciate
give it to you for free.
blessings. I got 11.
Cool.
I'm bad at math.
10 for me.
Nice.
You both easily find firewood. Nice,
Good.
easy to burn firewood. For an 11, yeah, it's loose wood as well, so you don't have to even exert any extra effort to obtain it for that high of a roll for Castaway 0.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm getting so tired.
Yeah, You should definitely rest and take care of yourself a little bit, Kit. I noticed you were looking a little exhausted, and you've done so much to help everybody.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that no one dies on this island that we're not really getting paid to be on.
Yeah, that's true. Um, well, if that's the case, then I don't know. Chuck seems to be very in it for himself. If we want to have a chance of surviving, we might want to get rid of him first.
Oh, you're doing the thing. Okay. Not to say I haven't thought about it. So I feel
Okay.
like if we had to be like a little snaky,
Mm-hmm.
it's Chuck or Nicodemus. They're both very capable.
True.
From what we've seen, and granted, I enjoy the capability being around us for safety and numbers. But if we're talking straight up, like being the last one left, getting rid of the people who are better than you is usually the best call.
Absolutely. And
Right.
I mean, Chuck is definitely more physically capable. I would hesitate to vote for Nicodemus only because they saved me when I was
That's
being eaten in the ocean.
and that's totally rational. Saved 2 people in like 30 seconds, then climbed a tree like an hour later, twice, way faster than me.
Yeah.
Just saying, Nicodemus might be the most physically apt person here. I'm as surprised as you are.
Mhm. Well, Nicodemus also can't be voted off this turn, so.
That's a great point.
But I will keep that in mind for later.
I don't really want to vote for anybody, honestly.
Yeah, it feels bad to make people leave, but also they get to get off the island faster.
I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that.
Which will bring me to Nicodemus's turn as you two talk shit in the woods and gather firewood.
I first look around for Chuck, but I just hear them like stabbing a tree somewhere in the canopy. So I'm like, they're fine. And I remember those verses about respecting your elders. I was like, Dorothy, do you want to take a walk with me? I'm gonna go try something again. Like the prodigal son, I'm gonna return to something sacred I have abandoned.
You know, that's so funny. I was thinking the same thing. I would love to join you on a walk.
Wonderful. I found something shiny. I couldn't pull it out. But after all that swimming and climbing that tree, I just feel very strong. My hair's grown a little, so maybe. So I'm going to go find that and maybe give me a hand.
Oh, I'd love to.
So are you married?
I was. Sadly, my dear husband, Walton, he passed away not a month ago.
Oh, hence the mourning.
I am in bereavement.
Well, hopefully one day that mourning turns to joy, is all I have to say.
Are
I
you
won't
married,
even.
Nicodemus?
Oh no, I'm wholly amorous. Do you think you'd like to talk to my dad? I say as we walk down there.
I won't even make you roll for it because you succeeded in finding it earlier. You lead Dorothy right back to the location of the skull lodged in the coral wall.
Wipe away a tear, just thankful that sometimes things wait for you to make the right decision, and there's always a chance to redeem. All right, Dorothy, do you think if you could grab that, do you have any experience yanking skulls out of their place?
Not skulls, but other bones, certainly.
Perfect. I won't even ask. We all have a past. If you want to grab that side of the skull, maybe the right ear, and I'll grab the left one, we could each finger the ear a little bit to get a good grip. So I think if we just really spit roast this guy, we'll be able to just yank it right out.
Sounds like a diverting evening.
Dorothy.
You are going to be offering aid to each other, so you can both make a physical roll and you can combine your numbers.
Physicals, I have the lowest possible stat. So Adam saying that I'm the strongest is great.
Sometimes it works out that way.
Bingo. 8.
10.
An 18 total. With your combined efforts, the immunity skull is pried from the coral in all of its glory. The only question now is who gets to keep it, because as you know, this skull grants any vote cast against you as negated, and you can use this skull up until there are 3 people left in the game.
Where 2 or more are gathered.
Now, Nicodemus, it strikes me that we're the only 2 remaining from our team, and you have immunity, so it'd be real easy for them to just vote me out.
Oh, you just had to ask. Like anyone who was with me just had to ask. You can have it.
Well, thank you kindly. And
Yeah.
she will shove it in her fanny pack.
I mean, it says to give to those who ask.
Sure does. So, Dorothy, the skull is yours. You, of course, can play that whenever Kevin asks the question. If anyone would like to play the immunity skull, now is the time to do so. And as fun has it, it's now your turn, Dorothy. You have a skull, firewood, food, water. What do you want to do on your turn? Do you even need a turn?
I mean, I was fully going to ask Nicodemus to go find the skull. So I think I will take my turn resting instead, trying to, feel a little better from my failure at the bird and at the climbing.
We can try and heal a condition. How would you like to approach doing so?
I think that, my dear late husband, God rest his soul, he was very into the meditation. And I would like to try that to just get over the panic that I felt and all the stress from this day. It's such a beautiful island.
Manifesting mental health. You will make a mental roll for me to heal this condition. I am looking for you to clear. Oh, you're at a D4 right now. What's your mental stat for me?
It's a 3.
I would like you to clear at least a 5.
I got a 5.
Well, look at that. Okay. You're back to a D6. For now, the meditation works.
I wouldn't have given it to her if I knew she meditated.
Well, I mean, what some call meditation, I would call prayer.
Yeah, a lot of people in hell talk that way.
Just leaves.
Walk off.
Kit, you're up.
Hi, I'm Kit. I think I want to just. We have kind of everything. We have wood, we have coconuts, we have food. I want to try to just relax and take care of myself.
Another condition healing sesh for Kit. How would you like to approach doing so?
First aid. I'm going to drink some coconut water for the electrolytes.
That's a mental roll. What's your mental stat for me?
It's 6.
I would like you to clear at least a 9.
Alrighty. And can I add a +2 because of first aid?
+2 for first aid. Yep.
You're the goat, Grant. I got a 12.
You can go back up to a D8.
Yay!
Which would be a great time for me to address you, the audience. Hey, do you want these characters to stop fucking doing that? If you donate $15 to Churla, we can keep inflicting random conditions on these folks. It's fun. It's funny. You get to see a cool mechanic in Castaway if they die, and also you'll be benefiting folks in Southern California who could desperately use the help because I don't know. Have you seen the government? So yeah, go ahead and use that little QR code there in the top right corner, or heck, maybe you can type in !Churla and get the link directly if you're more of a click on things kind of person. Please do it. It's fun and it's good for you. It gets you into heaven. I asked God before the stream started, which will bring me to the voting ceremony. Everyone taking the appropriate actions they felt they needed to do to keep themselves in this game. Kevin is sitting at his stool, reads the book. I keep taking this hat off. I don't know why they think it's a formal event. Hey, everyone, welcome to the vote. This will be the first time for a few of you. So for everyone, we had props whip up a little something for you, and you now can all have your own individual torch with your name on it. Isn't that nice? They are all currently lit, and he says, yeah, you'll have a torch for the remainder of the game. If we snuff the flame out, then you are out of the game. So let me just go ahead and ask a few questions just to make sure we get it on the roll here. how was day 2, or do we feel like we're acclimating to the game itself? Chuck, how are you doing now that you're at your first vote? How do you approach it?
I feel fine. I know who I'm gonna vote for.
Succinct. Great. Does that kind of fill you with confidence, Kit, or fear, knowing that Chuck already knows what they're going to do? No questions asked.
Oh, you're asking me a question. Sorry, you didn't run me through what's going on here. You just started talking.
Yeah, so in this part of the game, we're going to ask you all questions just so like the quote unquote audience can get an insight into what's going on in the game. So I'll just ask a
Right.
question. Just answer it the way you feel fits.
It fills me with lots of confidence. I've been very helpful, and I like to think that Chuck and I see eye to eye on a lot of things.
Sure. Corey, does someone being helpful make them someone you want to keep around, or is that someone you'd rather get rid of sooner rather than later because that could help them at the final vote?
Well, I mean, I think it depends because being helpful is great, and especially we do need to survive this, don't we? So, people being helpful would be a good thing. Yeah.
Nicodemus, thoughts on Hope?
How long's your show, Kevin?
Oh, so not long. We are running out of film very fast.
Oh, I mean, I feel pretty good. I ate some of this raw seagull. It could have been better.
You ate the raw seagull?
Yeah, nothing shall harm me.
I suppose that's true. Dorothy, when you come into something like this, you've already voted once and successfully gotten past one. Does your methods change in this next one, or are you kind of thinking the same thing as last time?
Oh, no, I'm a terribly steadfast person here, Kevin.
So be it. All right, gang. Same thing as last time. You're going to DM me directly and tell me who you would like to vote for. You are telling me the name of the character you are choosing to eliminate from the game. Just as we're getting that out, I will explain that if you are voted off, we will see you again here at some point tonight because you will be part of the jury and you will pick who is the winner from the final 2. So we will see you again. You'll just won't be able to play anymore, and it's so sad. The votes are coming in hot and fast.
I don't usually believe in voting.
Oh,
things are interesting on the island. Okay, the votes have been collected. If anyone has an immunity skull and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, then I will read the votes. First vote, Dorothy. Second vote, Chuck. Third vote, Corey. Fourth vote, Nicodemus. 1 vote remaining. Wait a minute, hold on. Backpedal. To the person who voted for Nicodemus, vote again. They are not up for elimination tonight. They have immunity.
Damn, I thought our strategy could work, guys.
Trying to pull one over on me and my ADHD, I see.
Vote for Kevin.
That also would not work.
Vote for the devil. Let's get him off this island.
Thought your presence was enough for that.
Okay, thank you for humoring me, and sorry to the audience for forgetting the onus of my game. Hey, do you want to punish me by making me say mean things about my friends? How about you donate $15 to Churla? That'll really show me. All right, continuing the votes as a recap. I have 3 votes in. They are 1 for Dorothy, 1 for Chuck, 1 for Corey. Fourth vote, Chuck, with 1 vote remaining. Our 5th vote is for Dorothy. We have a tie between Dorothy and Chuck. So this is how this works. If you have an immunity skull, it does not count in a revote. You only have that one opportunity to use it. It does not apply here. For the rest of you, you can now only vote for Dorothy or Chuck. Dorothy and Chuck, you two will not vote because your vote's offset because you vote for each other. So only Nick, Corey, and Kit will be voting now. So send me in your new vote, and someone will be going home this way now.
This is a mean game.
It is.
10
Yeah.
candles is nicer.
And that's
I
why
love
like it.
this. I revel in this.
Emma's heart is sad, but Corey enjoys this game.
Adam's heart is singing.
Adam's like, finally a way for me to hurt my friends.
Yeah.
Okay, the new votes are in, and I will read them. First vote, Dorothy. Second vote, Chuck. 1 vote left. The third vote and the second person eliminated from Castaway 0 is Chuck.
Oh my goodness, I'm so surprised.
You know what? That's fine. I think Chuck goes up to everyone and just starts awkwardly shaking their hand. It was a pleasure working with you on this production. Nicodemus, you know what to do.
We do a really elaborate like fist bump situation that ends with like lightsaber sounds.
And as we're doing that, I just subtly slip the knife into your pocket.
We're doing this old school.
Old Testament.
Turn away, God, for what I have to do.
Wonder what that's about. Mia, my friend, thank you for playing in this game here. We will see you again later in the show. But for now, for the people who are going to be like, that was really cool, but I have to go to bed. Where can I find more of her? God, where can we find more of you?
Hello. I'm Mia. I just played Chuck Byrer. You can check out my stuff at eotia.card.co. Eotia is Eotia. I do some art stuff, so commission me if you want some art. And if you want to play, just reach out to me. So, yeah. Have a good night, and Chuck will have his vengeance.
I guess we'll see. Thank you for playing, my friend. We will see you shortly when you help pick the winner of this game, which will bring us to the final 4. Dorothy, Nicodemus, Corey, and Kit. You return to the island. Nicodemus stealthily given a knife. It seems the secret to staying in this game is don't find secrets in the jungle. What are you all talking about as you return to camp?
Wow.
I just really thought Chuck was going to win.
This is like the longest 5 hours of my life.
Well, I guess the faster we get through the challenges, the sooner we can all get home, huh?
Yeah.
We should be careful, though. A lot of things can happen in the jungle. People can just get hurt.
What a weird thing to say. Who voted for Dorothy and who voted for Chuck?
I voted for Dorothy because I also gave them the Tool of Grace, and they didn't accept it.
Tool of Grace?
Yeah, they could have just been immune.
Oh,
Oh,
I see.
I didn't know you had that. Or that was something that anyone found.
Yeah, I gave it to them because they wanted it.
That's really interesting.
Oh.
I just thought everyone would still be here when we were done. I didn't know you all were just going to hate on Chuck. Dorothy meditated.
Is that a bad thing?
I mean, that's up to you. I'm just here to speak what I see. I'm just a witness. But yeah,
Speaking
I saw
of-
Deadass
speaking of-
meditated.
Speaking of bad things, hi, we've hit our $150 goal for donations here tonight.
Woo!
I appreciate you, audience. You're the real gods in my eyes. But that also means I get to inflict 2 random conditions on the castaways now because we got 2 juicy donations. let's go ahead and take a look here. Oh, I can roll a d4 now. I don't know if it's d6. First condition goes to Nicodemus.
Wow, almost like karma for something.
The Chuck giveth, the Lord taketh away. You're down to a d6.
That's fine.
And our second condition goes to, well, good thing you healed that condition because you're back to a d4, Dorothy. The meditation giveth, and the Lord taketh away. So with the dice now arranged, let's see here. I have a lot of scribbles. Kit should be at a D8, Dorothy a D4, Corey a D8, Nicodemus a D6. We go into our next challenge. You come up on the beach and you see that there are some bags, little burlap bags spread across the sand, and a little tiny booth, an altar, a stage, if you will, with slots to fit things into. And Kevin comes out and says, the props team is starting to get into this, so they made a puzzle for you. Essentially, what you're going to be doing is you're going to go out onto the beach, find yourself a bag that contains puzzle pieces. Just a heads up, some of the bags contain puzzle pieces, some of them don't. You got to find one that actually does, and then bring it over here. And then you have to find the slot in the puzzle that it fits into. The first person to successfully find and slot in 3 puzzle pieces wins this challenge.
Oh, it's a glory hole. And Nicodemus points to a hole in the clouds that the sun's shining through perfectly.
That's the way I understand it for sure.
Yeah, is that what that's called?
Well, or I mean, you could just call it light, I guess, but it just sounds better if you call it a glory hole. Haven't you ever just shouted it from the rooftops?
Not once.
I mean, try joy sometime.
Oh, I'm just more concerned about the interpretation of glory hole.
Why?
So I don't think I have the time to tell you this. We're starting a puzzle.
We sure don't have the time to tell you this. I'll tell you what. So here's how this is going to work. To find a puzzle bag on the beach, you're going to roll a physical roll. You want to clear an 8. If you roll under an 8, well, I can't help you. When you want to come up to put the puzzle piece into the slot, that is a D10. You're going to keep doing 1 until you achieve it, and then you will move on from there. So this is going to be a lot of hot and fast dice rolls and keeping numbers up on the screen for your slow GM, folks. And I mean slow as in my eyes don't move fast. So first thing we're going to do, everyone will take your position on the beach. You're all going to roll your current die plus physical at the same time. And then just give me a thumbs up if you clear an 8. Yes, Rahrah.
I couldn't apply my climbing skill by climbing a tree to look at the beach and get all the placements of the bags quicker, could I?
You can see all the bags. The question is what's in
Fine.
them.
Fine.
This is my sneaky way of saying a successful bag has what you're looking for. A successful roll has what you're looking for. A failed roll doesn't. So just give me a thumbs up if you clear an 8 in any capacity. 1 for Kit.
What if we hit 8?
Hitting counts. Make
Okay.
it's meets it, beats it. Okay, everybody except Corey is able to go on to the next part. Corey, you did not succeed.
Nope, I got a 6.
Cool. I need you to make a second physical roll really quick.
Oh no. This is my worst stat, Grant. That's an 8.
Okay, that one clear. So you open it, the bag is empty.
Oh shit.
Corey.
So,
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize we were going for a PG rating.
Dorothy, Nick, and Kit, you were all making a mental roll. You want to clear 10. Kit, what's your name? Hold on. Dorothy, Nick, and Kit make mental rolls. Corey, make a physical roll. Corey, use the 1 and 8.
Okay.
Clear for Nicodemus.
It is literally impossible for me to clear the mental rolls.
Interesting. In your case, you just if you hit the highest number possible, you succeed. Deal? Okay. Puzzle's not Dorothy's forte, it would appear. Nick and Kit, no problem. Corey finds their puzzle piece. Finally, we're moving on to the next phase of the game. Nick and Kit, you are making physical rolls. Corey and Dorothy, you are making mental rolls. Physical, we want 8. Mental, we want 10. That's a thumbs up for Dorothy. A thumbs up for Corey. A thumbs up for Kit. And a thumbs down for Nick. Nick, make a second D8. I meant physical, but you know what I meant. So you clear that. Nothing in the bag. So you remain unharmed from that, at least. Okay. Wow. This is watching horror as I keep track of where everyone's at. Dorothy, Nick, and Corey, you are making physical rolls. Kit, a mental roll. Kit crushing this puzzle just left and right. Dorothy, everyone passes that round. Puzzle pieces found. So you 3 pass Kit as they run back onto the beach to find more puzzle pieces. Dorothy, Corey, Nick, you're making mental rolls. Kit, you're back on physical. Is Adam fucking with me? We'll never know.
I have the highest D8, and I'm on fire right now.
You sure are. You were very close to cracking this boy.
I'm getting nervous.
Nick, you got yours. Perfect. Dorothy and Corey. Dorothy, are you on mental right now?
I'm on mental right now.
Okay. And Corey, you got your physical pass, right? Or mental?
I passed the physical last round.
So you best passed mental just now. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, gang, my notebook is getting a little silly. Okay. Dorothy, you are still rolling mental. Corey, you are back to physical. Nick, you are back to physical. Kit, if you can pass this mental, then you win.
I got an 11 for my final roll.
A success. I don't even have to track everything else. Hands in the air. And the note from Kevin says, Kit has won immunity. You cannot vote for Kit in the next vote.
I pull out the knife. Just kidding.
It's not off the table for sure.
Chuck sends his greetings.
Chuck says hi.
Well, Chuck might not be saying hi just yet, but the donors are. Thank you again for a lovely donation, gang. I'll roll a D4 to see who gets hurt. As a brief note to Alyssa, we did all agree in our session 0 that the donors can't kill you. So I cannot inflict this condition upon you again because you're at a D4. Only God and man can kill you now. So let's roll that again. That one goes to Corey.
Oh,
so Corey, you're down to a D6.
Oh boy.
It's hot. You're getting exhausted out here. You have not had a bottle of water in a while.
Yeah, I haven't been able to keep up with my usual hydration routine. It's really bad.
All right, we're cooking. We're back at camp. You know what you must do. And we're at this portion of the game where I couldn't help but notice that you all haven't built or worked on a shelter at all. And maybe you didn't feel the need to, but as the sun is beginning to set, island weather temperatures tend to get a little sporadic this time of year. So I'm going to make a really quick roll here to see what happens. Okay. That is the DV you'll have to clear then. I need everyone very quickly. A storm is coming in. Make a physical roll.
Oh, Grant, why?
Oh, because, you know.
Does a knife help?
Against weather? No.
Does climbing?
You know what? I'll take a pitch. Tell me about climbing.
Sometimes you just know where the winds are coming from and how to brace yourself in the momentum of heaven and how sometimes to act as a dam. And I think he just is aware of where this energy is coming and like climbs up a tree on the other side.
Sure. Then you can roll climbing. I'll let you
Just
have that one.
Doing this.
All right, let me see those numbers again. We got 6 for
Oh wait, can I roll crafting to make like a makeshift quick shelter?
with,
I didn't-
with crafting really quick to shield against a storm.
Yes.
Sure.
This is 11, not 2.
I got you. Okay,
I
11,
got 8 then.
9
It
for
was- yeah.
Alyssa, 6 for Emma. Adam has an 8. And the weather DV we rolled was 7.
Oh.
So, everyone except Corey.
Oh,
Corey,
no.
I need you to take one more condition. You're going to be down to a D4. This is what we're calling a cold condition, a rainstorm, one of those sporadic summer rains you get this time of year, monsoon season after all.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this
drenched.
tree.
Yeah, for the tree kept you dry and away from the wind. It defies all
Science.
logic, but that's how things work on Castaway. It's just if it defies logic, it still works.
When I said I wanted water, this was not what I meant.
So we're down to that. Wow, and when the hits keep coming and the hits keep coming, we have one more donation to Churla. I checked the page on a whim and it came right through. Sylvia, if you can hear me, you don't have to tell me about this one. So one more D4 roll and then we'll go into camp life. That one goes to Kit. So, maybe the weather doesn't get to you, but seeing the state of weather and what it can be and what I've been informed there was actually 2 hurts in one donation. We're bringing down the numbers here. We're getting kind of crazy. And that one goes to Nick. Nick, who has pretty much exclusively only taken damage from the audience. So everyone's down to a D4 except for Kit. Which brings us to camp life. You know the drills. Survive, look for secrets, and socialize. I'm just going to go in current die order instead of having you roll for initiative. So it'll kind of be alphabetical by your real name. But Kit, you have first dibs. What would you like to do?
I want to survive, and in that, I want to treat as many people. We all just look beat to shit, and Kit can't help it. I'm just like, all right, like your clothes need to get dry. You need this, and I'm just gonna try to help as many people as possible with my first aid.
As many people as possible. Well, here's how we're gonna framework that. That's a mental roll. Your mental's a 6, right?
Yes,
Cool.
I rolled really well for that.
I would like you to clear at least a 9. For every number above 9, that's how many extra conditions you can resolve.
All right, and can I use first aid?
Of course.
Blessings. Okay, that's not half bad. That's a 12.
You may heal 3 total conditions across the camp. Choose wisely.
I'll put everyone back up to a D6, right? Everyone's a D4.
Even footing then. How noble. How do you do it?
I think I just gather everyone around and kind of like have us help each other if everyone's willing. Like, okay, we all look really bad. Some of us are sunburnt. Some of us are soaking wet. Let's go ahead and we'll do some clothing trades. So I have an undershirt on, so I can give you my button-up shirt. And I think we can, if you're okay with it, we can tear some of your dress to use as like a makeshift skirt. So you're out of your wet clothes. Nicodemus, were you in the tree when the wind hit? Are you okay?
I'm fine. I heard a small, still voice, and he just begins to like rant on.
Oh, you're going again. I just kind of like turn, and so I just kind of have everyone like it's mutual aid. We're all helping each other.
Beautiful. Beautiful. A turn well spent.
I think I got to Kit. I think I really made a difference.
Speaking of making a difference, Dorothy, you're up.
Yeah, I would like to socialize with Nicodemus, please.
Yeah, for socialize, you can talk to as many people as you want, and you don't have to do any roles. It's all role play, so you can bring Nicodemus, anybody else you want to rope into that.
No.
Cool. As long as Nicodemus wants to talk to you, the floor is yours.
Oh, definitely. Talk to
You know,
anyone.
I think Dorothy approaches you and says, "Ah, you know, the cleansing of that rain really did make me rethink what happened yesterday. And I'm sorry if I offended you."
Oh, no, not at all. I was trying to do the least harm. So it was like, here's a get out of vote free so I can vote for you and then everyone's happy. It just didn't work out that way, unfortunately.
Of course, of course. And I understand, and I am just so grateful for your thought. And I'm sorry that I couldn't follow along with it. And I would like to just sort of clap you on like the shoulder. And with the other hand, I want to try and, well, I don't know the knife. So I want to, Dorothy had a bottle in her fanny pack. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I would like to attempt to plant that, Nicodemus. Just get rid of it from my person.
Right when their hand goes on my shoulder, my eyes close like I'm being prayed for.
I was gonna have this be a contested role, but it sounds like Nick isn't putting up a fight. So you're looking to plant that one very specific item that was pre-approved on Nicodemus.
That's correct.
Sure, that's going to
Yep.
be a mental roll.
Oh dear. Okay, that's not terrible. That's an 8.
That is actually great for what we're looking for here. You slip the mysterious thing onto Nicodemus's person without them noticing.
My cup
Well.
overflows.
Well, thank you so much for the talk.
Always good to fellowship. It's just nice being out here. I'm a little sad to leave just for this view.
It really is, my dear Walton, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Walton.
We were planning a tropical vacation, actually, around the time he died.
Oh no. This must be so hard on you being out here.
Without him, it is.
Do you
But,
want to pray?
I think I have to last in this game to, really sort of honor his memory and his spirit. I would love to pray about it.
That's all we're trying to do, really. Survive this game and honor a memory and a spirit.
Mm.
Our fatherly mother, and it fades out.
While they're out praying on the beach, we go to Corey.
All right. Corey is thinking that we all need a bit of a win here. We got the campfire wood. Corey doesn't know how to make a fire, but she knows how to cook. Is there any chance that I she's gonna kind of look at the others in the camp and say, Nicodemus, do you still have that seagull? If someone wants to get the fire started, I can cook that up for us.
I pull it out of my button shirt, like slide it out like I'm a marsupial.
That's not terrifying at all, but we'll come back to that.
Well, of course, with surviving, you can have someone help you make a fire. Are you asking Nicodemus to volunteer?
If Nicodemus would like to.
Always happy to help. And I mean, Kit's done so much with all those band-aids.
Yeah, we should probably let them rest for a minute.
Do we have anything to like marinate it in, like coconuts?
Well, we
Let's
did bring
find
some
out.
coconuts back. Yeah.
Let me see if I have anything.
I did also. Did we see any animals come by and eat any of those berries? I still
didn't-
have those, but
I didn't try a single berry. Were they good?
I didn't try one either. Do you want one?
Dear Grant,
Hi.
can I now attempt that roll to see if I notice the bottle on me later?
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm down for that. Sure.
Okay, deal. And that was a mental
It's mental.
8.
8's what we're looking for.
I must have snuck this on. I'm not. It looks like a tonic, maybe some sort of. Oh, this is probably my baptism water. I didn't even think I brought any. Oh man, and they're already gone. That's fine. She'll be fine. She's at the hotel. But if we mix this up with the berries, we could make a really nice little like marmalade, maybe. Like,
Oh, that would be really nice. Okay.
Let's crush it up in this coconut and get that texture.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Alyssa,
Hey,
what is that thing?
that would be evidence from my late husband's murder.
Specifically.
A poison, perhaps?
Just wanted to ask. That'll stay between you and me.
This will be great. I'm fasting, but
Okay. So for my cooking roll, should I then roll instead to like
Oh, the DV got a lot higher.
okay.
What's your physical stat for me?
3.
And you get a +2 in cooking, and you're on a D6. Yeah, cool. Go ahead.
So that's a 10.
Cool. You go ahead and cook the seagull as best as you know how.
Oh no. Yeah, she'll give it a nice sear over the fire once that gets started. And yeah.
A part of me regrets having Alyssa say it on mic, but who cares? Whatever.
That looks
We got
perfectly
30
cooked,
minutes left.
Oh, I just realized, Nicodemus, do we want to cook some of it without the marmalade just so that we can, in case anyone has any sort of dietary restrictions?
I mean, if you want to scrape it off while it's being burnt right now, I guess. But like,
Oh.
it might be kind of hot.
You get
Oh, I didn't realize
you
that
get
was what
one
we
roll,
had.
Emma. You
No,
get one.
That's
We
fair.
can ask if anyone's allergic to seagull, though. I could see Kit being maybe.
I just find it ill-advised to eat seagull, if I'm being honest.
Hey,
Chicken
kid, it's
of
your
the
turn.
sea.
It's my turn. Didn't I heal everybody?
You
It's
went
my
first.
turn.
I'm a fool. It's Nicodemus' turn. I
I'll
saw
take
the
another one.
middle I in the name and was like, that is who that is.
Yeah,
Nicodemus,
and
it is your turn.
If I may, GM, my turn will be for selfish resting.
Sure.
But what is happening is, I'm assuming it's still kind of rainy and things like that from the storm we just had. Nicodemus is just in the wet trees, just sharpening sticks in the dark while like preaching at himself.
As we've all done before. Okay, you're doing some self-healing. It's a
Mhm.
mental roll to heal a condition.
Oh, and I have a skill for preaching.
Look at that. You can preach
Wow.
yourself back to health. If Johnny can weight lift, then Rahrah can preach.
13.
That'll heal a condition. You're back to a D8.
Perfect.
Now, before we go to the vote, keeping in mind that we're honor coding your characters, who we're getting to the end of the day and no one has eaten. So this is going to be kind of a loaded question. But does anyone eat the seagull?
I'm
Yeah.
fasting.
I'm a vet tech. I would not eat a seagull.
Sure. Listen. The only person who knows what was in that bottle was Dorothy, and the only people who know that the bottle got poured onto the thing was Nick and Kit. Nick and
Yeah, if
Nora.
And I told
Nick
the
and
crabs I was a
Corey.
vegetarian in like my second scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, if there's leftover like berry marmalade, and we have verified that that animals have eaten it, I will eat the berry
I
marmalade.
believe we confirmed they were edible when Emma found them, so you're good to go.
Okay, so if there's leftover berry marmalade that I believe has the poison in it, I'll just pick at that. But there's no way in hell I'm going to eat our sky rat. There's no way.
He's so thick and juicy.
Let's go to the vote.
Nope, not at all.
And we'll see what happens, because I have two conflicting notes happening for this point in the game. Okay, so we come to the vote. Kevin sits down, looks at all of you, and says, "Okay, we pretty much have what we need for the voting clips and stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of let's ask you all the same question this time. Just answer it when you feel moved by the spirit or whatever. There's 4 people left in the game. You're very close to the end at this point. Do you feel like you see your path to victory, or do you still feel like you're fighting your way from the bottom?"
I just want to make sure everyone's in tip-top shape, so that way whoever wins feels great about how they made it.
Sure.
I mean, I've been kind of struggling on and off, but I feel like we've all been supporting each other really well. And so, who knows? I think anyone could win at this point.
Anyone's game.
I've certainly been struggling, but that kit has just been so helpful this entire time. I mean, I'm certainly going to vote for her to win.
Sure.
And Nicodemus is just looking at his eyes, reflecting black back in the knife blade. Yeah, I see my path.
Beautiful. Let's begin the vote. As a reminder, Kit has immunity. You cannot vote for Kit. Everyone else is fair game. So you will send me in a direct message the name of the character you want to remove from the game.
Is this when anyone would use a skull if they had one?
It is after the votes are collected. Fast, and fast. Okay. The votes are in. Yes, votes are in. If anyone has an immunity skull and you would like to play it for yourself or another, now is the time to do so.
Oh, I wasn't aware that I could play it for another. But we must take our salvation where it lands. And I will pull out the immunity skull and use it for myself.
Okay, all votes cast against Dorothy have been negated. So no votes for Dorothy will count. I will now read the votes. First vote, Dorothy does not count. Second vote, Corey. Third vote, Nicodemus. Our fourth vote, and the third person eliminated from Castaway 0 is Nicodemus. Rahrah, the unstoppable, immutable, wonderful player at the table here today. Sorry to see you go. Nicodemus's torch will be snuffed. What does he do or say as the final moments of his game come to us?
There's a little smile, just hoping he helped a little, that he was able to encourage the crabs, the trees, the wind, the nature, and really hoping they all enjoy dinner.
Me too. Rahrah, my friend, where can we find more of you?
Oh, heck, I'm Rahrah. Hey, but that's enough about that. I'm normally on The Heart is a Dungeon. I'm entering my no era of streams, so you won't be seeing this face quite as much. You're lucky.
But I get Rahrah whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
We will see you again when it comes time for the final vote to pick the winner. But for now, Nicodemus, you are taken to your great reward, a really nice hotel.
This is a little gaudy.
Farewell from the stream, Nicodemus. Go with God. Which will bring us to our final three, Kit, Dorothy, and Corey. You've made it this far with your wits, with your strength, with a immunity skull. A few quick things. It is now getting close to nighttime, which means things like eating become important. So if you didn't eat, you're going to take a hunger condition. I believe that was you. Yes, Kit, you did not eat?
Yeah.
You will go down to a D4. Now, ordinarily, eating a good thing to do, or eating a thing you would like to do to avoid conditions. But in the case of Dorothy and Corey, your tummies start to feel not so good. There is something bubbling inside of you. You both take a sick condition, and thus the entire island is now down to a D4.
I truly saved everyone's lives because they would have died right there if not for that.
Yep.
Honestly and truly, I debated letting hunger and sick happen at the same time, but then the stream would have been over. would have been very easy. So we are now going to our final challenge. You are going to come to camp one last time. Nicodemus freshly voted off. The three of you now together one final time before the final challenge and the final vote. What do you talk about as you hear building noises on the beach?
Well, that's not concerning at all.
Yeah, it's a little odd. I think that no matter what happens, we should all be happy that we gave it a good old college try. I think we've all done really well. And being the last three is impressive, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
I wasn't even supposed to be here.
Neither was I.
Yeah.
And now one of you might walk away with a pittance in return.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. What would you do with it if you won it, Dorothy?
Oh, money doesn't mean much to me. I'm just here for the company.
Oh.
That's delightful, actually. That's wonderful. What about you?
How about you?
Oh, no.
No, you first.
Okay. I think that I would probably donate a bit of it to some different local shelters. There's always people who need help and stuff. So now it's feeling a little more like a reality, because when I first got here, I was very anxious, and now I feel like I've really settled in. I don't feel very well, though. I'm very hungry, but I just was not going to eat strange bird.
Oh. Well, that might not have been the best idea anyway.
Oh, no, do you not feel well?
No, but that's okay. I think I can hold on until we get back to mainland, hopefully.
Okay.
But yeah.
I guess we'll see, won't we? So I'm going to make a few quick announcements here, folks. I know I said everyone's at a D4, and I know I said donations won't kill them, and I'm going to honor that. However, if we receive donations to Churla, again, on this little QR code here in the corner, only $15 a pop, I will start introducing random danger to the island in a different way. Maybe random players will be given random things or learn random stuff or encounter random things to make these final 15 to 30 minutes interesting. So don't let the quieter threat of death dissuade you from helping folks in need in Southern California. And if nothing else, isn't that its own reward? Doing good, doing charity? Don't you want to feel good about yourself for a change? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I know you're thinking about it. I'm looking right at you. Let's go to the challenge. So you approach the beach once you are signaled to do so. There is now one very thick kind of podium in the center of the beach with little armholes, fitted little paddings on there, two bells on either side. And Kevin walks out and goes, they got really excited. They wanted to build a prop. We were basically going to have the last immunity come down to an arm wrestling tournament. So we're going to do that. You are all going to engage in some classic PvP here. No modifiers in this one. It's going to be current die versus current die. Everyone will face everyone one time. Whoever wins the most wins immunity. So we're going to kind of just do this lack of better, especially game changer style. You've all seen Make Some Noise. You understand how this pattern works. So we're going to start with Kit and Dorothy. So this is your current die versus current
right, let's go.
die.
Yes.
One more time. I blinked.
I got a 3.
3 and a 1.
Wow.
So 1 victory to
These are
Kit.
such shy margins.
Beat up an old woman.
Not only that, we're both so tired and just
On a D4, it's like, please just let. Oh my god.
the most dejected arm wrestling you've ever seen. Not good for television.
I will tell you, the original version of this challenge was loser takes a condition, but that didn't feel fair.
Just killing someone off arm wrestling.
Accidentally killing.
Listen, considering last season we had people almost die from stress of solving a puzzle, it would be apropos, but
So
I gotta keep the narrative going. Kit, you're now facing Corey.
All right, here we go.
All right. Oh shoot. Okay, 3 again.
I also got a 3.
A tie. We're gonna go to a reroll.
Roll. Oh shit.
By
Bud.
again the slimmest of margins, Corey sneaks one.
Ah,
Kit
ah.
going 1 for 1. Well,
Still,
1 and 1.
still really competitive.
Still really competitive.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Kit's-
Me too.
Kit and Dorothy, you're up. If Kit wins this one, Kit wins immunity. If Dorothy wins this one, we have a 3-way tie.
Kit, sorry, me.
I meant Corey. There's too many K names.
All right.
That's a tie. Roll again. Oh boy. It's a tie. Roll again. Struggling back and forth. It's like watching Dragon Ball Z but for arm wrestling. Dorothy takes that one. So everyone has tied. Kit walks out and is looking at the scoreboard and go, okay, well, everyone won 1 and everyone lost 1. So I guess we're just gonna have to have all 3 arm wrestle at the same time. Yep. Everyone roll your current die. Hit
Guys,
with 2 against
guys,
1.
please. Please. Be so for real, please.
There's only 4 numbers, Adam. What do you want them to do?
Oh, it's so
Kit
silly.
for the second time in a row wins
It's actually
immunity.
left-handed.
So here's how this final vote goes. Kit cannot be voted for. Only Corey and Dorothy are eligible. They will vote for each other, which means they cancel out, which means when we go to the final voting ceremony, Kit, you're going to be choosing who sits with you at final 2. You'll be the only person who casts a vote. You will still get a camp scene, and so everything comes down to this, folks. We're gonna go same thing in order. Kit has all the power in this situation. Kit chooses who's gonna go home first. Everyone roll your D4 and just tell me what number you get. That'll be our initiative order. Perfect. Dorothy, you're up first. You know who has the voting power. You know what dice you're on. What would you like to do?
Well, Dorothy doesn't really care about the money, and so I would like to socialize, actually, with Corey.
Interesting. Okay. Now you're allowed to bring more than one. Just Corey?
Just Corey.
Just Corey. Floor is yours.
I think I sort of pull you out towards, if you're willing, I'll say like, oh, let's go, scavenge, but I am not at all looking.
Oh, sure.
And I'll say, it is such a shame that Kit gets to pick who goes into the final 2, and they helped so many people before. I
Yeah.
mean, we know that she's going to win.
Well, I mean, I don't know that it's set in stone, but it is.
She saved Starla. She saved you. Starting out, she's healed all of us. Whereas you, I mean, you poisoned us with seagulls for dinner.
What do you mean poisoned? I was trying to make sure everyone. What?
I mean, well, are you feeling all right? Like,
Well-
certainly.
No, but
I'm not saying that it was intentional, my dear. I'm just saying that the impact of your actions was negative compared to all the positive the Kit's done here.
Oh, well, I didn't necessarily think of it like that. I was trying to help. But
I think that you've been focused a lot on trying to help other people, and what you really need to do now is focus on helping yourself. I mean, there's an easy way. Like, if it were us in the final 2, you'd be the clear winner. I've
well,
almost gotten voted out every challenge, but if Kit weren't around to get all those votes at the end,
but we can't vote for Kit.
No, it would have to be something else that stopped her from making it to the final.
Dorothy, what are you asking me to do?
I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm simply laying out the game as it lays. And I think I like lean down and pick up a rock.
I think Corey would be so shocked at what you're implying that she would not notice.
I mean, what I'm trying to imply is
Yeah.
that you should be the one to kill her, not that I'm trying to kill you. So seeing that you don't react to that, she sort of tosses it between her hands a little bit and then hands it over to you and says, I mean, we know she's a good healer, just a little bit of a wound to keep her from that final vote. And you walk away with $100,000. It's not much to me, but to someone young like you.
Oh. I see. I'll think about it.
Well, you don't have much time to think, my dear. Soon enough, you'll be gone, and that kid will be walking home to give away your hard-earned money to other people who didn't even have to live through all this.
Uh-huh.
I mean, do you want to be getting oat chai lattes forever? For other people? You carried that all the way from the mainland onto this island, and they wouldn't even give you water to drink.
No, I suppose I don't.
Well, just think about it.
Mhm.
I just want you to know the game's creator is in the chat chanting rock, rock, rock. Hi, Riley. Love you. It's your turn, Corey.
Corey is very torn. But I think she's going to look at the rock for a minute. And ultimately is going to socialize with Kit.
Go ahead.
Hey, do you want to... Oh, I'm not feeling so great, but I'm not sure if we can find like some herbs to sort of soothe the stomach in the forest.
Oh, I mean, probably not, but sometimes a good walk will help. I was also
Yeah.
thinking that maybe after we could all like have a conversation, because I was gonna ask
Oh.
Dorothy if you'd be okay if I like voted her off, and then it was just like the two of us, because like the money doesn't matter much to Dorothy, but I figure like between the two of us, one of us winning, it would mean like the most, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like we had like a real friendship after this. I mean, I don't usually
Yeah.
make friends at like internships. Let's go for our walk, and I start walking with you.
Absolutely. And Corey is going to keep walking alongside you. And you
Oh my
notice that
goodness.
she's really quiet
Mhm.
for the first part. And she's just kind of cradling this rock in her hands. Like she doesn't know what to do with it.
Hey, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're making me just a little nervous. Your energy's a little off. Are you okay?
No. Honestly, I'm not. I'm not supposed
Okay.
to be here. I wasn't supposed to be
Right.
on camera today. And Dorothy
Same.
just handed me a rock and asked me to try and kill you. So
Mm.
no, I'm not okay. And she just drops the rock in the sand.
I'm glad that you dropped the rock. Thank you for sharing that information with me. Tell me, does that seem like normal behavior for Dorothy, or do you think Dorothy is like sick?
I don't know, but Chuck did say something earlier about her maybe wanting to murder somebody, and I don't know, that seems so strange that this also came up. And I just want to go back to the mainland and stop giving everyone fucking coffee all the time.
I think that's a fantastic idea. So, how about this? Let's go ahead. You and I can make a pact right here.
Mhm.
We don't kill each other.
Yeah,
We split the money, whoever wins.
sounds good to me.
Because I really don't want you to try to kill me.
And I don't want to kill you. So that
That's
sounds
awesome.
perfect.
Yeah, I think it does. Also, we should probably keep an eye out on Dorothy though, because
Yeah,
crazy.
that is wild. I should probably.
Yeah.
Well, we need something for
Yeah, can we
self-defense.
report this?
And she's gonna pick back up the rock.
That's actually a good idea. I'll also, and I'm gonna see if I could find like just like a thick like whacking branch and just kind of like break it to be in like a little point. Can I use craft to make like a makeshift like hand spear?
Yeah, go for it. Getting a lot of use out of that crafting skill.
I got a 9. Crafting
That'll
is
work.
good in the
That'll
forest
work.
and jungle.
You get a whacking stick.
Let's go back. It's a little bit of a poking stick. Let's go back and just relax and then go to the vote and get this over with.
Yeah, sounds good.
Is that you forfeiting your turn, Kit? Or do you have one
if
more
I
thing
could,
you want
I
to
would
try?
like to do. Yeah, I would like to do just first aid for Corey and I.
All right, same deal. You can make a first aid roll. If you get anything above the target number, I will let you heal too.
Okay, are you going to tell me the target number? Because
yeah, it's still what did I say last time? You had a D6 last time.
You said 9 last time, but that's
yeah,
why I
so
had
it'd
a
be
D10.
8
I don't know
this
if we
time.
can zero. Okay, I got an 8 exactly.
You can heal 1 condition.
I'll heal Corey's condition.
Corey, you get a D6 back. Congratulations.
Yay! Thank you, kid.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, I
brings
think
us-
going for the walk actually helped. Like it would, help settle your
Mhm.
stomach. Maybe you went potty in the jungle. Who knows? I'll never tell. I'll never tell.
And we didn't even bring shovels. All right, so that brings us to the final elimination vote. There is an aura here this evening.
We're just sitting on the opposite side.
Kevin takes his hat off again, mutters to himself, I don't get the hat thing. I don't understand the hat thing, but whatever. And it says, okay, we're at the last one. So like I said, Kit, you're the only one who can vote here. So you're going to choose who sits next to you in the in the finals before we bring the jury. So I'm just going to give the floor to Dorothy and Corey here, and they can plead their case to you, and then you'll vote. All right.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Dorothy, you have the floor. What would you like to say to Kit?
Well, Kit, I would just like to say that I am so disappointed in the two of you. You really had this opportunity and just decided to forgo it for some sort of friendship. I know that you were gonna run off happily together into the finale, and I'm resigned to that. But I just think you could have made something of yourself here, and you've really thrown that away. And is staring straight at Corey, not even looking at Kit the entire time.
Corey stares right back at you. And you see a lot more resolve in her face than you've seen this entire time. Almost like the sweet and innocent act has gone away. And she's like, well, I think some people have certainly made something of themselves tonight. And I have to say, Kit, I'm really impressed by how well you've done tonight. So whatever you decide to choose is fine by me. And I think either way, you have a great shot.
There you go. The options lay there before you. Adam, send me a message with the name of the character you wish to eliminate from the game. That did not take long. Okay.
Yeah.
I will now read the one and only vote. The 4th player eliminated from Castaway 0 is Dorothy. Dorothy, the floor is yours for your final moments in the game.
Dorothy stands, takes off her hat, because now it is properly a formal moment. The other haven't been worth it, but for Dorothy to be eliminated, that's worth taking your hat off for. And looks at the two of them and says, Well, there's still time before the final vote, and I don't know what Gavin you two have done, but I'd be happy to match the prize money if only one of you walks away with it. Sort of locks eyes with Corey again. The production company can give you my contact information.
Of course.
And she will leave non-violently.
She leaves non-violently, the way she came into this world. Alyssa, my friend, a joy and a delight to have you at our table here today. One of my very faves. Where can we find more of you?
Yeah, you can find me at Goblets and Gays, which is a Pathfinder 2e podcast. Our second campaign is currently ongoing. It is very like Victorian Bloodborne horror themed. It's a lot of fun. I also play a terrible person there. And you can find me at Game Master Mondays on Tuesday for one more week for Sooth Wardens, which is a 2-player game by Navarseek Jackson. They're fighting their feelings and also giant creatures.
Oh my God, Sooth Wardens has been so good. I can't believe it's almost over already. I'm so sad. Alyssa, we will see you in the final scene for the final vote. So in very, very few minutes, but we will catch you at the rest of your socials and at the final vote momentarily, my friend. Everyone say bye to Alyssa. Corey and Kit, the final two interns, the ones who were never supposed to be here, have outsmarted, outlasted, and outsurvived everyone else. You now stand at the precipice of a cool, crisp $100,000, life-changing money for at least a couple of years at least. You are not going to have a final challenge. You will not have a final camp scene. The time is yours here and now. It is the middle of the night. You can see the sun beginning to rise over the ocean. You now have whatever you wish to do, talk about, whatever you want is your time now. And before you decide what that is, hello, everyone. Maybe you're catching the tail end of this stream. Maybe you're a midnight warrior and you can't sleep. I'm here for you. We're raising money for Churla here tonight, and we are still doing that. $15. I'll inflict either a random condition or I'll just introduce some random danger into the world. You can donate at the QR code in the top right corner. A great cause benefiting the immigrant community in Southern California. And I would really just love to help, it's kind of my thing. So please, you can still donate here tonight. We have exceeded our goal. We have passed $200 in funds raised here tonight. And I'm super stoked about that. That is real money that can make a real difference to a real family's life. So let's do more of it, shall we? With my plugging out of the way, the floor is yours, Kit and Corey.
Oh, thanks for not killing me.
Of course. Thanks for not voting me off.
Oh yeah, you've just been very pleasant. There is something interesting that I was thinking, and you can tell me no.
Uh-huh.
Dorothy said that she would match however much you won if you right? So what if we make it look like you put me in an accident and then you win and then you get extra money, and then instead of splitting 100,000, we split 200,000.
So fake your murder.
More just like we fake injuring me really badly. I don't think we have to
Got it.
fake a murder. Yeah.
Okay.
Or I could twist my ankle. I mean, I doubt that Dorothy's gonna look into medical records, and I can just say I fell and twisted my ankle and can't go on.
Let's aim for that, because I think it's going to be a lot harder for us to fake a more serious injury.
That's what I'm thinking. And then you could just be like, oh, I pushed her, and look at that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I could make it look like I'm setting up a tripwire to trip you.
Yes, because it's recorded. I think that's a good idea. Where are you going to set it up?
I'll set it up over by the berry bush. There's a pretty strong palm tree that I can tie some grass to.
Sounds good. I'm going to go get us. I'm gonna go hang out in the camp until it's done, and then I'm gonna walk into it and pretend to twist my ankle, and then this is done, and we don't have to be interns here anymore for much longer, and I can go work where I want to work.
Yeah, me too.
That's wonderful. And I'm just gonna go sit at the camp, Grant, and wait for my cue to go fake twist my ankle.
Let's
real
say
twist my ankle.
some time passes, and we're gonna let the dice decide how fake that injury is, Kit.
God.
But I will let
Oh,
you
no.
choose. Would you like this to be physical or mental?
Mental probably.
Cool. We're going to see if you can successfully fake an injury.
Can I use first aid? Because I've treated a million injuries today.
You're at a D4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you. I love you, Papa. Thank you, Grant.
Good luck.
I got a natural 4.
A natural 4,
So
bringing your
that's
total
6,
to
just 6 to 12.
Wow. All right. You cleared the DV I wanted for you. Sure. You can successfully make your injury look as real as you want to.
Yay. Yeah, no, I like actually twist my ankle. I like trip over the wire, and then I just tilt my ankle a little bit to the side and kind of close my eyes and just stomp down on the side of my ankle. It's gonna swell up. It's nothing crazy. It's just gonna hurt.
Well, there you go, Corey. A successful twisted ankle. Not enough to kill her, but she is hurt.
Oh no, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm hamming it up. Oh no! I'm rolling around on the ground.
Kevin, I think Kit's hurt.
Kevin comes out of like a tent and like scratches his eyes, like, what? Huh? What happened?
Kevin, I can't go on.
Are you quitting? What?
No, I've been sabotaged and I can't put weight on my ankle.
Who sabotaged you?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Medics, someone just comes out here and like looks at the ankle, like looks at it, moves it around, doctor shit. And is just like, okay, they're not in any kind of critical condition. Probably shouldn't put any weight on it or anything, but you don't have any challenges left, right? Yeah, the challenges are done at least. Do you think you can make it for one more vote?
I feel like I'm gonna throw up from the pain.
That's not what I asked.
I fake faint. Just
oh my god. Okay. Okay. So here's the situation. Kit's apparently passed out on the beach. We're supposed to do a vote thing, but if Kit's incapacitated, I guess it doesn't really matter. Maybe just Kit doesn't go to the vote. Corey, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm worried about her, but
Okay, let's just we gotta stay on schedules. If we spend more time in the island, they're gonna start docking pay or whatever. Let's put her on a
paid?
we are. Now I'm gonna make sure I honor your wishes here, Kit. What is your end goal with this? Are you looking to be taken off of the island, or are you looking to okay,
Yeah,
great.
I want to be removed from the vote.
Sure.
So that way there's just one winner left.
Okay. I will mostly honor that. So what's gonna happen here is the medics will be like, okay, we're gonna put her on the boat, we'll send her back to the mainland. It'll take a bit, we'll keep her hydrated and stuff. But they still need footage of that vote thing, right? Yeah. All right, Corey, you're just gonna have to advocate for yourself and hope it's enough for them to not want to give the money to her anyway. We'll just say that she had to leave or whatever, and we'll play it really cool. We won't implicate anybody or whatever. But yeah, you're just gonna have to show up and explain yourself, I guess.
okay.
You didn't do it, right?
No,
They said they were sabotaged.
no.
I don't care. Whatever. If you did it, we have cameras. We'll catch you eventually. Just don't lie, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I did promise you'd see the jury's faces. So let's bring back the jury. Welcome back to Dorothy, Nicodemus, and Chuck. It's going to be an interesting finale vote as you only see Emma present at this vote. You will see a kind of like worn out, tired looking Kevin Spant take his place, take his hat off. Be like, okay, here's the situation. We had to remove Kit from the game. Everything's fine, we assume, but they're not going to be present for this vote. That is still a person you can vote for. They're just not going to be here to talk about it, okay?
Oh no, what happened to them? Is
I
she
am
all
not
right?
at I'm not at liberty to discuss the details. All I know is there was an alleged sabotage, so we're going to review the cameras on that later. But Corey's still here, and Corey will just kind of play the role of finalist one, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I am really worried about Kit, and I hope she does feel better. But in the meantime, I do hope that you guys will consider voting for me to win. I did do my best to help, and even though I know my uh, execution of that was not the best, and this time Corey is going to look directly at Dorothy when she says this. I think I bounced back pretty well, and so I would like to put myself up for consideration, though, of course, if you sympathize with Kit and want to vote for her instead, I completely understand.
Which brings us to you, members of the jury. You are going to be able to ask Corey a single question to gauge. This can be anything you want. This can be, what are you going to do with the money? This can be a call out. This can be a question that's only tangentially related to the game. Whatever you need to ask Corey to help you make your final decision, you will now be able to do so. And we're going to go in elimination order. So, Chuck, you get the first stab at this.
Corey,
Chuck,
congratulations on making it to the final.
thank you.
I have one question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you vote for me?
Corey considers that for a moment. I did. I'm not going to start lying now, but I do appreciate the help that you gave me, Chuck.
Well, we'll see how this all ends out, huh?
I suppose we will.
Thank you, Chuck. Nicodemus, you now get to address Corey however you see fit.
Hey, Corey.
Hi, Nicodemus.
So are you going to tithe 10% of it or 20% of it?
Well, I am happy to make a generous donation with a portion of my funds.
Is it like a 10% portion or like a 20% portion? Like, are we just cutting it by the letter of the law, or is there like actual charity in your heart, I guess is what I'm asking?
Well, I'm happy to be charitable, but are you asking for a specific charity to be supported, or?
Not necessarily. More like a percent, like a direct on-camera percent
I'm happy to donate 20% of my funds.
that you receive if you win.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. Did you vote for Chuck? But I guess I can only ask one. I'll ask Chuck. Chuck, did they vote for you?
Yeah.
Gosh, hecker dang it.
God dang it.
crud, dang it. Which brings us to Dorothy, the most recently eliminated.
Dorothy leans in, life in her eyes that you haven't seen for most of the rest of the competition. She's so thrilled to see you and only you here. And she will ask, well, it seems like you're the only one who made it to this ceremony. How does it feel to be the last one standing? I mean, $200,000. That's a lot of money.
Kevin's like 200. Who said 200?
Yeah, that is a lot of money. And yeah, it is pretty insane to be standing here as the last one when I was struggling so much at the beginning, but it's nice to have a comeback story, isn't it?
Oh, that isn't the part of your story I'm focused on, but we can talk about it at dinner after this
Absolutely.
is all over.
There's another famous comeback story we could all talk about at dinner.
Another famous dinner, too.
It's spreading. We have reached the final vote of the game. Your nominees for victory, of course, are Corey and Kit, currently absent. Very crazy to have Adam be in the stream and choose deliberately to say nothing at all for the sake of a big roleplay move. That's why 5 GMs in a trench coat is different, folks. So we're gonna... Members of the jury, Chuck, Nicodemus, and Dorothy, you're going to message me again. This time you're going to provide the name of the player you want to have win the game. And we have a winner, folks. I will now read the votes. First vote, Corey. Second vote, Kit. A tie with 1 vote to go. The final vote and the winner of the completely unreal recorded version of this prequel Castaway Zero game is Kit. Corey watching confetti rain down from somewhere to celebrate a person who is not currently here. We cut to a hospital boat somewhere in the Atlantic where a Kit receives a phone call from one Kevin Spant.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, Kit, it's Kevin. Sorry
Right.
about the whole ankle and you fainting thing. Glad to hear you're awake.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Just so you know, they voted for you to win, so you're gonna get a $100,000 bonus in your paycheck this week. I mean, not in your paycheck. You know, you're gonna give you a check for $100,000.
Oh shit. Okay. Thanks. I have to. Yeah. Okay. Could you also, so since you're on the phone, actually, would you be able to write me a recommendation for another program? Because I cannot go through with this place. There's a lot of shady stuff going on. I again appreciate the vibes. Glad it's over. Also, I think I don't want to be tossing weird stuff around. I think Dorothy was trying to have people hurt each other. I'm just going to be honest on the phone right now.
You know, we will review the tapes, of course, and we'll figure out what that all is about and get to the bottom of that. But hey,
Yeah,
you betcha. I'd be happy to write a recommendation. You were, pretty great part of this game. I think we really got a lot of valuable material. And if this goes to series, hey, you'd be partially responsible for that. So we'd be more than happy to write that recommendation.
Oh, yeah, please don't put that on me. Thank you, though.
Hey, thanks for all your work.
Hang up.
In a boardroom many months from now, after all this footage is compiled and showed to the shadowy board of directors of Shadowy Productions, some arguments are being made, and the question gets asked, like, okay, so you put a bunch of people on an island, they bond together, they do stuff, one person gets really charitable and wins the whole thing. Is that really exciting TV, though? And you hear Kevin Spant speak up and say, well, here's the thing. one of the contestants, older girl, Dorothy, got really conniving there at the end, just suggesting really borderline illegal, unethical things. And I don't know, I just feel like that's Castaway, to see what people will do and push to their absolute limits, to see the real content of their character. Do they stick with their faith? Do they stick with their friendships? Do they cave to pressure? Do they help people? I think you have something that could just really showcase how different people are when they're up against insurmountable odds and on the brink of death, you know? And the producer says, "You're fucked. You're fucked, Kevin." That's a fucked thing to say. Yeah, let's do it. And that is Castaway Zero. Hello, Birdie. Welcome to the stream, bud. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us here tonight for an exciting 3 hours of conniving and charity and getting closer to the Lord. I've been so happy to have everyone here tonight. You've heard from our eliminated contestants. Let's talk to our final two. Adam, thank you for playing. Where can we find more of you?
Hi, I'm Adam. You can find more of me on the award-winning actual play 5 Gyms in a Trench Coat, where we rotate players and systems and game and DMs, and it's so much fun. Kim's season is wrapping up right now. My season should be up soon. It's a lot of fun over there. A lot of the lovely people here are going to be a part of my season, and frankly, we're really just getting more and more people on, and so much fun. And I was so happy to be here. You can also find me here on Game Master Monday on old stuff. Go back and watch old stuff.
That's true.
Grant puts out like an insane amount of like quality and quantity. Check all that out.
Thanks. Love you.
Yeah. Also, we're all cool for church on Sunday. Yeah, we're all gonna meet up for mass. Yeah,
I'll be there. I'm always there.
I go to church every Sunday like a good Catholic boy.
Mm-hmm. You hear that? The government. Emma, our winner, our champion, the person added last moment, literally yesterday, walking away with a cool imaginary $100,000. Emma, where can the people find
Emma
more
didn't
of you?
win, Grant.
Kid that won.
You're right. What the fuck am I talking about?
That's okay.
I was gonna let it
Why
rock.
do I have Adam
I was
go
gonna let it
first?
rock, guys.
Folks, it is 9:30 at night. I've been sitting here in a hot room for 3 hours. My brain is melting. Whatever, first is second, second is first. Emma, you didn't win, but you're gonna get a cool bribery check from someone, I guess. Where can we find more of you anyway?
Corey is going to get a cool bribery check, and I have to put out the secret that I had, because it was really fun and I wanted to spring it, but we didn't really have much time. Corey is going to go off and pitch a very similar ripoff show to Limelight Media, where she is actually a producer.
Yep.
And
Never
was
came
just
up.
trying to figure out what cool stuff they were doing here, so they could steal it. So while she does that, you can find me as the founder and creative director of the Tabletop Tale Spinners Network, a really cool podcast network where we focus on uplifting diverse voices in the TTRPG space, particularly in the GM seat, because that's the place where a lot of people don't think about it as often as the players at the table. But you can find me as a GM on a couple of our old shows, Chronicles of Kriath and Improv Madness. I'm also a cast member on Magnificence, and I am the producer of All Our Faults, our Monster Hearts 2 actual play podcast. So those are our 4 more long form series. We also have TTN Presents that recently started releasing, which is a collection of different mini series that you can go find. We're currently nominated for 2 Crit Awards. So we are nominated for Best Upcoming YouTube Channel, and I'm nominated for Best Tech and Producer alongside the wonderful GN, who is producing tonight's stream. So if you haven't voted yet, make sure to vote for either one of us, whoever you would pick, because GN is great as well. So definitely vote for them also. But yeah, that's me.
You beat me to the punch, Emma. I'm gonna give y'all hello audience again. Thank you for joining us here tonight. We raise a total of $195 for Churla here tonight. Again, that is real money going to real people in real need. Literally every dollar counts, especially when it's over 100 of those dollars. So thank you for your generosity here tonight. Nobody died, but we had a lot of fun, didn't we? Let me tell you about a few things here in the Game Master Monday side. You may have noticed that we have a few Crit Award nominees here in the cast tonight. Rahrah, of course, is the producer, GM, and etc. of The Heart is a Dungeon, which is up for 5 Crit Awards. And I put a link in the chat for you so you can check those projects out. One of those Crit Awards they're nominated for is our very own Feral Moonbeam, who was here earlier tonight for Best Creature Artist. So if nothing else, at least vote for Feral for that. Come on. Alyssa, I believe Goblins and Gays snagged themselves a Crit Award nomination. Did you not?
I think that was for production for Aubrey, but you should totally vote for Aubrey for
Vote
production.
for Aubrey for production too while you're at it. You know, listen, if one person gets it, everyone gets it. I'm a sincere believer in that. And us here at Game Master Monday, we're up for 4 of those motherfuckers. Game Master Monday here on Twitch, we snagged ourselves Best Chaosium GM for Izzy, who GM'd Burnt Creek, which Adam was on. And if you want to see more religious talk on the Game Master Monday Twitch stream, Adam plays a fucked up priest. One of my favorite characters. Spunky Taylor is nominated for Best Makeup and Costuming for her work on Camp Meadowview that we did last summer. She slowly turned into a damn demon, dudes. It was crazy and fun and awesome, and you should vote for her for that. And of course, our very own GN Burb, who has been heckling all of us in the comments all night, is up for Best Tech Producer for their work on Castaway the Island, the inaugural Castaway season, as well as like 50,000 other things they do for our space. So a heavy endorsement there alongside Emma. Game Master Monday is also a podcast, and we're nominated for Best Legacy Podcast for 2+ years, which I have been selfishly calling the big one to all my friends and family. So you can give a vote for any of these wonderful people for us at critawards.org. We've had a really great year here at GMM, and I'd like to keep the party going for as long as I physically can. Hey, we got a few other live streams coming up here for you if you're a fan of that. Alyssa mentioned it earlier, but they have been GMing a wonderful series called Soothe Wardens here the past 3 weeks. The previous 3 episodes, well, except for one, we got to fix the caption thing, but most of those episodes are currently up on YouTube. Episode 3 will be up shortly, and the big finale is coming up this Tuesday. And if I were you, I wouldn't want to miss it. I hear it's going to be really fucking gay. And if you enjoyed Castaway 0 and you were thinking to yourself, boy, this would be fun with more people and a longer schedule and more time, I have exciting news. Starting July 9th at 7 p.m. Pacific time, we will be launching the 2nd season of Castaway the Desert. We have 10 all-new all-stars from across the AP scene competing for glory in a new, harsher environment with stricter rules, more roles. I'm going to kill someone one of these days, god damn it, and this might be the one. That show is going to feature, like I said, a whole bunch of all-stars from the actual play community, including, I'm definitely not stalling for time as I pull the huge list up. You're going to see Eli from Mayday Roleplay, Knowledge, J. Woo, Kendo from Tales Yet Told, enough of Abby from like fucking everything. She's always doing stuff. Aman from the Infinite Tavern, Juicy Garland, who is on All of Our Faults that Emma produces, as well as other wonderful tabletop programs out there. Kenny from This Could Get Dicey, a Crit Award nominee for Best D&D Player, by the way. Kim from 5 GMs in a Trench Coat. Hey, Adam mentioned her a few times. Mayor of Oh Hello Mayor fame, who does a whole bunch of things, and Taz, who you may know as Reader and Rogue on socials, another free agent who pops up in a lot of different places. That stream will be lasting for 6 weeks, and we'll be raising funds for the ACLU during that entire time. Because again, have you seen the government? And that's all I've got for you. Game Master Monday posts new episodes every 2 weeks on our podcast. We do cool shit here, and that's it for me. I'm going to finally give my brain a cold bath in a big tank full of ice. As for the rest of y'all, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.